A woman was pregnant with a Black Panther cub, but she had no idea. Because of the emergency, she'd had to find a dying man within an hour. She had to, in a panic, find a man on the verge of death. She barely managed to use him. Once she confirmed the pregnancy, the man had no pulse. So she shifted into her mouse form and ran off, pregnant. What she didn't know was that after she left, the man turned into a Black Panther. His wounds healed in an instant. His golden slit-pupiled eyes locked onto the direction she'd gone. Not long ago, Suyen had crossed over to this beast world continent. She'd been forced to bind with a ridiculous baby-making system. Her starting lifespan was only 1 hour. She had to get pregnant to pause the countdown. Giving birth earned her points. Points could be exchanged for items and lifespan. If she wanted to go back to her world, she'd need to save up 100 million points. At least the stupid system had some decency. It gave her unlimited free pregnancy pills. 1 pill and she'd be guaranteed to conceive. And that's how the scene from earlier happened. Now she had to find a safe place to have the baby. According to the system's info, this body belonged to the West District Ratkin clan. Her father was the clan chief, Oro. Her mother was a despised low-class female. She'd grown up wandering with her 8 brothers, but now they were all dead. Her best option now was to return to the tribe and find her father, Oro. Once she made up her mind, she shifted into a little white mouse and dashed toward the rat tribe. But after she ran out of the forest, the Beastman she'd used as a pregnancy tool, who'd seemed dead, and quietly followed right behind her. After finding the rat tribe, Suyen shifted back to her original form. The people here dressed primitively, and their food was mostly raw meat. It made her feel sick just looking at it. But her reaction caught the tribe's attention. Under questioning from a young, skinny man, Suyen answered honestly, "I'm Oro's daughter." The man looked at her suspiciously. "Since when did Oro have a daughter?" "Well, whatever. He owes me to gold coins. I'll take you instead." The guy was tall and easy on the eyes, but Suyen wasn't about to let him push her around. "Whoever owes you money, go collect from them. I'm not your payment tool." Her striking looks and cool demeanor were rare in the tribe, and Lin Lang found himself drawn to her. So he shamelessly chased after her again. Suyen was on guard. She asked what he wanted. The man admitted, "I'm going to collect the debt from Oro, of course." Just then a voice cut in, "It's only 2 gold coins. I'll pay you back right now." It was Suyen's father. He tossed over 2 pale green gold coins. The man still wouldn't let it go. He pointed at Suyen and told Oro to name a price. Only then did her father notice her. Turns out, Oro had once kept a female white mouse in the mating den, but she'd suddenly disappeared. Although females in the mating den had low fertility, pregnancy wasn't impossible. So, he brushed it off, saying they'd talk about it at the coming-of-age ceremony in 2 days. The man sneered at how scrawny she looked. By then, she might even be worth more than 2 red stones. Oro was annoyed. "We haven't even tested her yet. What's your rush?" With that, he took Suyen back. The man watched her go, his eyes full of ambition and glee, certain he'd get what he wanted. Her father brought Suyen back to the cave. A young boy was drying meat strips out front. Oro hurried over to introduce him, "Xiao Wo. This is your sister. Put her in the room next to yours. I need to head to the clan house." With that, he grabbed a dried meat strip and hurried off. The boy couldn't believe it. He actually had a sister now. Suyen spotted the fruit on the drying rack and rushed over, chowing down. But after a couple bites, she started throwing up again. Her stomach clearly couldn't handle the fruit. So, she turned to the meat strips, dried about 70 or 80%. They looked like beef jerky. Not gross at all. Meanwhile, Xiao Wo brought her a bowl of white liquid. "This is goat milk, only Dad gets to drink it. You look really weak, so have a bowl." After downing the goat milk, the girl felt much better. She was curious about the coming-of-age ceremony her father mentioned. Xiao Wo told her. The coming-of-age ceremony is when the Beastman tribe tests a female's fertility and picks her beast husband. It's held whenever a female in the tribe comes of age. Females of beast warriors are naturally frail. They were only meant to bear offspring. Hunting and raising kids were all on the males. Females completely depended on beast males to survive. And the male-to-female ratio here was as high as 20 to 1. Except for the strongest males, who could have a female all to themselves. Most households had 1 female and multiple males. Even so, some males still couldn't find a mate. That's how the mating den came to be. Those beastmen without partners could pay a small fee to go there and satisfy their needs. A female's fertility was determined by a lodestone. She'd drop a drop of blood on it. The stronger her fertility, the stronger the lodestone's reaction. Females judged to have low fertility were sent to the mating den. Quite a few females died from enduring wave after wave of males. But Su Yan wasn't worried about that at all. After all, that stupid system had tons of pregnancy pills just for her use. She just wasn't sure if getting pregnant would affect the outcome. Soon, the day of the coming-of-age ceremony arrived. All the tribe's newly adult beastmen gathered at the Beast God Temple. When Su Yan walked in, Lin Lang's gaze locked onto her. Her figure was slim, her features delicate. She was the prettiest among the female beast folk. That skinny frame clearly wouldn't be good for bearing kids, so the other males didn't pay her much attention. Only Lin Lang, who'd been hooked since he saw her the day before, had made up his mind. Even if Su Yan had low fertility, he'd still choose her as his mate. After all, as the tribe's top warrior, he had the ability to do it. Soon, the females began. After the tribe elder finished praying to the beast god, the fertility test began. The first female to go was named Xiaosha. When she touched the fertility stone, it burst into blinding light. The tribe elder smiled and announced her fertility was upper middle grade. The young males could barely contain themselves. The second to be tested was Walto. His fertility grade was low. The scrawny Walto burst into tears immediately, because low fertility meant being sent to the mating cave, a place where males were used for release. The third was Ashley Gusa. She was also the tribe elder's most beloved granddaughter, and the prettiest female here besides Su Yan. When she touched the fertility stone, it immediately flared with dazzling light. The tribe elder looked especially proud, announcing she had ultra-high fertility. The males below erupted in excitement, all fighting to be her mate. Ashley's gaze landed on Lin Lang. But Lin Lang was looking at Su Yan, seeing how thin and frail she was. She didn't look like she had any fertility, except for her face. She beat her in everything else, so she let it go. Soon it was Su Yan's turn to be tested. She asked the elder nervously if someone's pregnant. Can the stone tell? Grom looked surprised. Are you pregnant? Su Yan didn't admit it outright. I'm just curious. She wasn't sure what he'd do if he knew she was pregnant. Grom answered. The stone only tests fertility. Pregnancy doesn't affect the test results. Su Yan didn't ask anything else. She placed her hand on the stone, but nothing happened. Even males usually get some reaction, no matter how small. Lin Lang shouted. Is the stone broken? They swapped in a new one. But still nothing. Su Yan figured it had to do with her soul. After all, she wasn't really a mouse. Grom had no choice but to declare her low fertility. Su Yan's face fell. You didn't even get a reading. How am I suddenly low tier? Maybe I'm ultra fertile. The kind that gets pregnant at a single touch. It was beyond anything they could predict. Grom didn't expect her to be so good at arguing. Where did you grow up? Senyu Forest. I originally had 8 brothers. They all died. My mom died too. Wait, your mom had 9 kids in one litter? Grom was shocked. The highest among beastmen is 7. Yep, and I'm my mom's only daughter. I'll inherit her fertility. At that, many young beastmen turned to look at her. Someone suddenly shouted, that's all just your word. Who knows if you even had brothers? To avoid the mate selection, she could easily be lying. Lin Lang wanted to stop her, but looking at Su Yan's face, she was afraid more people would come after her. So she stayed quiet. Grom didn't push it. Now begins the final female stage of the coming-of-age ceremony. The males choose the females. The females decide. Lin Lang raised his hand first. I choose Su Yan. Mirret and Grom stared at Lin Lang in shock. Think this through. Males only get one chance to choose. You're the youngest and strongest male in the tribe. A royal grade earth talent. Your offspring should come from a female with high fertility. That comment was basically hinting that Lin Lang should pick his granddaughter Ashley. Su Yan stepped forward. Warrior Lin Lang, how much dowry do you have? Dowry, not bride price. Meaning, she wanted Lin Lang to marry into her family. She'd be the head of the household. Xiao Luo was totally on board. His sister was really going for it. A sly smirk curled at the corner of Lin Lang's mouth. He casually yanked the leather pouch off his belt. 16 gold coins, the crowd gasped. Gold coins were crystals from demon beasts. Demon beasts were powerful creatures deep in the spirit realm. They could eat beastmen with special talents and steal their abilities. They were the enemy of all beastmen. The stronger the demon beast, the purer its crystal. The 16 Linlong pulled out were all crystal clear, definitely top grade. And one top grade gold coin could be traded for 100,000 red coins. This was absolutely a fortune beyond belief. Linlong asked, "Is this enough, Su Yan?" She didn't know what the gold coins were worth, but judging by the Beastman's reactions, it must be pretty impressive. Suddenly, urgent drumbeats sounded outside. "Demon beasts are coming." Every Beastman's face went pale. Chief Grom immediately gave orders. All females shifted into beast form and moved to the hidden cave beneath the beast god temple. Ashley was the first to turn into a mouse. Her clothes dropped to the ground. "Follow me." But Su Yan didn't want to go with him. She called out to Xiao Luo, "I'm going home." Not to the cave. With that, she turned into a little white mouse and hopped onto Xiao Luo's shoulder. Her gut told her he was safer. Just then, Linlong grabbed Su Yan in her palm. "Come with me instead. Watch me take down demon beasts." Su Yan struggled. No chance to refuse. Linlong tucked her straight into her pocket. "I paid the dowry. You're my female now." Xiao Luo wanted to say something, but under Lin Lang's presence, he couldn't get a single word out. Su Yan's protests were useless. Carried along by Linlong, they reached the battlefield. Attacking the Shu tribe were a pack of demon wolves, over 10 feet tall, with sharp fangs dripping green, toxic slime. Su Yan took one look and asked Linlong if he could take them down. Linlong suddenly unleashed an overwhelming aura. What do you think? As his aura expanded, the ground cracked open. Sharp, hard rock spikes shot up from the fissures, stabbing toward the pack of demon wolves. Su Yan's eyes went wide. "Ho, that's awesome." But Linlong didn't let his guard down, because he realized these beasts weren't like the ones he usually faced. They seemed to be controlled by something. Suddenly, a giant demon bear over 30 feet tall burst out and swallowed a rat beastman whole. And that beastman was Lin Lang's close friend. Seeing his friend get eaten, Lin Lang's rage exploded. He charged straight at the giant demon bear. The bear beast, with blood-red eyes, raised its massive paw and swiped down at Linlong. Linlong tried to dodge, but to his horror, he realized his body suddenly wouldn't move. That's when Linlong realized it was a domain. He said to Su Yan in his arms, "Can you still move? If you can, run." Su Yan couldn't move at all. She couldn't even speak. Suddenly, a voice echoed in Su Yan's mind, warning, "The fetus is in mortal danger." "Host, would you like to activate the teleport skill? Each use costs 50 points. Limited to 3 uses per day." "Yes, yes, yes." Su Yan didn't even need to think to answer. The next instant, she and Linlong vanished on the spot, escaping by the skin of their teeth. Su Yan understood now. The pregnancy system she was bound to might not care whether its host lived or died, but it would definitely protect the child. Meaning, while she was pregnant, she'd be protected by the system. The two appeared at the edge of the Senyu Longlife forest. Linlong looked around, confused. Could it be that the beast god had answered his prayers? In that final desperate moment, he'd prayed to the beast god to keep Su Yan safe in his arms. He never expected them to end up here the next instant. Probably, Su Yan had no clothes on, so she stayed in her mouse form for now. Climbing up onto Lin Lang's head, the rat tribe's territory was still in chaos. Linlong took her down from his head and held her in his rough, warm palm. "This should be safe. Wait for me here. If I'm not back in a day, find yourself another mate. But if I do come back, then you have to be my female. And if I refuse?" Su Yan didn't want to make any promises. "I'm about to go risk my life. And you can't even say something nice?" "Fine, Su Yan." Thinking about his earth control talent from the fight earlier, their pups probably wouldn't turn out half bad. Linlong smiled happily, then took the pouch of dowry coins he'd prepared and hung it around her neck. He placed her in a towering giant tree. Inside a hollow in the trunk, "Wait here. If I don't come back, these coins will be enough for you to live comfortably in another tribe." Su Yan was speechless. That sounded a bit like a last will. "Then be careful. Don't be a hero, better alive than dead. Save your strength. Wait for a chance. Pay back grudges. Settle old scores." Are Yan Yan so smart? Always talking in strings of wisdom. "I'll stay alive and wait for you to give me a litter of clever little mouse pups." With that, Linlong transformed into a giant dark green rat beast, turned and sprinted off. Su Yan stored the pouch of coins in her system space. It was a built-in feature of the pregnancy system. Inside, there was a growable space about 1 cubic meter in size, which could store any items the host owned. Basically, it was for storing her kids. When she was traveling or in danger, she could put the babies and snacks inside to keep them safe. Gotta say, this system really was all about the kids, top to bottom. Su-Yan took a strip of jerky from the system space and slowly tore off pieces to eat. A day passed quickly. Su-Yan kept waiting. Then another 5 days went by. Linlung still hadn't come back, and her belly was getting bigger. The jerky in the system space was all gone, and the water was drained too. Su-Yan realized she needed to find food. Guess we just weren't meant to be. Su-Yan sighed and climbed down from the tree. She ran deeper into the beast forest. Time passed quickly. One day, Su-Yan crawled out of a freshly dug rat hole. After a good night's sleep, she shifted back to human form. Her belly, now heavy and low, made it clear she was close to giving birth. Suddenly, the hairs on the back of her neck stood up. On high alert, she instantly shifted back into a little white mouse. But being pregnant, moving around was really awkward. Then a pitch-black leopard appeared. And before Su-Yan could react, it lowered its head and scooped her up in its mouth. Then it slowly walked deeper into the beast forest. Su-Yan didn't dare move at all. Her mind was completely blank. If this black leopard bit down, she was dead for sure. She could only turn to the system. Universe's ultimate beauty system. Sis, can you save me? Use a teleport just once. But the system said neither she nor the baby was in danger, so no teleport was needed. Then it went silent. The leopard carried her to a big river, dove in and caught a big fat fish. After gutting and cleaning it, he brought it to Su-Yan. She hadn't had meat in days. She'd been surviving on fruit. Seeing the leopard lie down with his back to her, she finally dared to tear into the fish. The sweet, fresh fish was delicious. It'd be even better with some wasabi and soy sauce. Su-Yan ate her fill. Even after she was full, she stashed some in the system space. When she was done, she noticed the leopard staring at her. His golden eyes were regal and stunning. "What's your name?" The leopard spoke in a human voice. His voice was low and deep, with a hint of alluring raspiness and laziness. If Su-Yan could talk, then he was a beastman. He originally thought she was a magical beast. But a leopard beastman shouldn't be here either. The west side of the Forest of Beasts was home to smaller beast tribes. Big predators like leopards should be living in the east. To cross the chasm between the two sides, this guy had to be tough. Su-Yan pretended not to understand, doing her best to play the part of an ordinary little mouse. The leopard gave her a long look. Seeing she wasn't going to answer, he carried her back toward the west side of the forest. Su-Yan had no idea what he was up to. She was way too small to even be a snack for him. Could he want her to have his babies? Su-Yan quickly dismissed that thought. She hadn't said a word earlier, so he couldn't know she was a female beastman. The only possibility now was that he was like a cat, treating her like a toy. At that thought, Su-Yan felt awful about her whole mouse situation. The leopard carried her for a day, finally setting her down in a tree hollow. He guarded the entrance himself. Su-Yan was speechless. Was he afraid she'd run off, his little toy? For the next 3 days, Su-Yan stayed in mouse form, and the leopard didn't speak again until they left the forest. Su-Yan wanted to climb a tree to check on the mouse tribe's situation, but her belly was too big. She couldn't climb at all. The leopard noticed what she wanted and helped her up the tree with ease. Su-Yan habitually said thanks. The moment he said it, his head was buzzing. Now his identity as a female beastman was exposed. The leopard wasn't surprised at all. "No problem, how's your belly? Are you about to give birth?" Su-Yan's heart skipped a beat. "Could he be after the baby in my belly?" she asked cautiously. "Why are you looking at my belly?" The leopard didn't answer her question. "The baby inside doesn't seem to be from the mouse tribe. Are you going to raise it?" "Of course I am. Its father is dead. I'm the only one who can raise it." The leopard tilted his head to look at her. "Are you sure its father is dead? What if he isn't?" "Impossible, I saw it with my own eyes," he said with disgust. Sometimes appearances can be deceiving. Anyway, according to beastman customs, if a female has multiple mates, her child belongs to the biological father's side. And you seem to have a betrothal in the Shu tribe. Su-Yan wanted to say her bond with Lin Lang was over, but suddenly grew wary. "How do you know about my Shu tribe business? Who exactly are you?" But before the leopard could answer, her belly suddenly cramped. She was going into labor. Suyen felt the urge to turn into a ginseng. She wanted the leopard to take her to a tribe hut to give birth. But then she heard the system warning. Host, please transform into a ginseng to give birth. Self-delivery mode can be activated. No midwife or assistance needed. Suyen didn't know that feature existed. She immediately had the leopard take her somewhere safe. The leopard carried Suyen to a small hill and set her down in a hollow. He opened his mouth and struck the ground with lightning, clearing a flat spot. Suyen was shocked by his ability. Breathing lightning? That's insane. She never thought that anything could be crazier than her. Getting pregnant by a badly injured man. The leopard brought back soft grass and arranged it into a nest. Suyen told him to turn around. I'm about to transform into a ginseng. The leopard looked worried. Are you sure this will work? Probably, if it doesn't. I'll call you for help. Suyen was in terrible pain. She asked the system if it had anything for the pain. But the system was counting down. 10 minutes until the cub is born. Hearing that, Suyen found new strength. She pulled a piece of fresh fish from the system and swallowed it. She braced herself for the final moment. Finally, a feeling like she had to pee hit her. She couldn't help but let out a loud cry of pain. Then she passed out. The system's voice rang in her mind. Congratulations, host, on delivering your first child. Gender, male, beast form, crystal black leopard. Talent, lightning, hidden beast form, crystal black leopard. Reward, 1,000 points. Plus a successful childbirth gift pack. The moment Suyen heard about the points, she immediately said, exchange 500 points for lifespan. As you wish. 500 points exchanged for 500 days of lifespan. 50 points deducted for teleportation. Host has 450 points remaining. Suyen looked at the lifespan bar. 500 days finally made her feel alive again. 200 points to activate the system shop. System shop successfully activated. 200 points deducted. Host has 250 points remaining. Inside the system shop, the items that were gray question marks were now all limited edition images, with the points needed to redeem them. Suyen quickly skimmed through. Then told the system exchange 1 point for a restoration pill. Restoration pill exchange successful. Host has 249 points remaining. Suyen opened the system space and saw a glowing golden pill, labeled restoration pill. She slowly opened her eyes. All she saw was a bright blue sky and felt a wave of weakness washing over her body. She took the restoration pill and instantly all her strength returned. She felt better than ever. She sat right up, ready to see her first child. But when she looked around, she was stunned. There was nothing around her. Where's the baby? Where's the leopard? Suyen felt a chill run down her spine. Her child was a black leopard beast. No way, it can't be that much of a coincidence. I was carrying the leopard's child. That's the only way. To explain why he kept carrying her around, feeding her and never shifting to human form. He must have been afraid she'd recognize him. Suyen never even got to see what her first child looked like. Before it was taken away, she stretched. He stretched. Her body was light and graceful, as if she'd never given birth at all. With this point system, all I have to do is give birth. You taking her away makes it easy. I'm ready for the next one. The easier she made it sound, the harder her expression got. No mother could truly give up her child. Suyen shifted into a little white mouse and ran back to the tribe. She found it overrun with rats. She went back to Malut's place, grabbed some clothes from her own cave room. Ever since she'd gotten to the beast realm, being half-dressed had become the norm. If only there were clothes that changed with her form. The system suggested she try the glazed azure feather robe in the shop. Suyen opened the system store and immediately saw the outfit it recommended. It was gorgeous. She felt like wearing it would instantly wow every male on the beast continent. But the 300-point price tag made Suyen shake her head. Can't afford it. She exited the system store. Sighed. This is basically pushing me to have the next kid. She touched her belly, already flat again. If only she could have seen that child just once. The birth system really only cares about the birthing part. Then she remembered she still had a big gift pack. She opened it and got a ton of rewards. A green-grade talent, a fire element cultivation manual, a fine cotton high-waist maternity dress to baby slings, a bottle net, a frying pan to baby slings, coarse salt, 30 pounds to baby slings, a bottle net, 10 packs of toilet paper to baby slings, a bottle net, 10 cans of formula to baby slings, a bottle net to baby bottles to baby slings. to baby slings. Su Yan thought to herself. This really is a childbirth gift pack. Everything's for the baby. These supplies aren't in the system shop. The shop only has all kinds of pills and weapons, plus cultivation techniques, and luxury goods and so on. Su Yan curiously asked the system, "Hey, prettiest system lady, is it true that every time I give birth, I get a gift pack like this?" The system gave her the answer she wanted. The higher the child's talent, the bigger the gift pack. Then can I ask where I can find a male with high talent? Sorry, you'll have to find that out yourself. Fine, I want to redeem a fasting pill. Fasting pill redeemed. If taken when not pregnant, it won't work after you conceive. I suggest you eat more nutritious food. I saw one called the Essence Pill. It doesn't need points. What is that? The Essence Pill can randomly boost the baby's talent. 1 pill per pregnancy. Taking more won't help. Only the host can use it. Suddenly, a faint rustling sound came. A gray-blue rat the size of a full-grown dog poked its head around, sniffing everywhere. Su Yan smiled when she saw it. "Xiao Wo, over here." Xiao Wo told him to wait, put on some clothes and came back, saying happily, "I knew you were still hiding in here. Dad said it was impossible." Su Yan was happy too. They remembered them. "So where are you living now?" "A rabbit beastman tribe 2 days from here. Monsters still roam around here. Let's get going." And off they went. Su Yan and Xiao Wo shifted back into rat form. Su Yan's form was only palm-sized. Xiao Wo carried her on his back and ran toward the rabbit tribe. When Su Yan asked Xiao Wo which region had the strongest beastmen, he answered without hesitation, "The East. Any beast clan there could take on our whole district." Mentioning the East, Su Yan thought of her cubs again. "Have you heard of the Jingjin Black Panther?" "Of course. They're one of the top 10 beast clans in the East." Su Yan went quiet. "Guess we still have to go east." Xiao Wo changed the subject. "The West has its strong ones too. Like Dong Legion, the strongest of the snake clan. But aren't snakes our natural enemies?" That stumped Xiao Wo. "Snakes and rats get along great. We even help them build houses." Su Yan was taken aback. "This is the beast continent. You can't use normal human logic to understand beastmen. They're more like different races. There's no reproductive isolation. So of course there's no predator-prey thing." Xiao Wo added proudly. "When it comes to building, we rats are the best. After all, 90% of rats have earth powers. Not me, I'm fire." Xiao Wo stared at him in surprise. "Sisters and females don't have powers." Su Yan held out her finger and said fire into the air. A small orange flame burst from her fingertip. Xiao Wo instinctively flinched back. "No way, really? The whole Shu clan has 0 fire users." "Well, now you've got one. Plus it makes life way easier." Su Yan had been studying the training manual these past 2 days. She practiced the lowest level fireball spell, and now she could produce a flame. Xiao Wo moved a little closer. "Then you're the first female in the Shu clan to have a power. And it's an unprecedented fire ability. Fire users in the whole West District are rare. In the East District, there's the Fire Phoenix clan that rises from ashes. But since they have no females, I heard they're about to go extinct." Su Yan's eyes lit up. "Hey, Fire Phoenix sister, don't get any ideas. Fire Phoenix males are super proud. They'd never settle for just any female." Su Yan's ears twitched. The Fire Phoenix clan's power should meet the baby system's standards. "Xiao Wo, sis. Let me put it this way. You're gonna have a Fire Phoenix brother-in-law someday." Xiao Wo shook his head. "There's something else. It's about brother Lin Lang." Su Yan saw the conflict in his eyes. He didn't know how to say it. She had a feeling she knew what was coming. "He got together with another female? How did you know, sis?" Xiao Wo stared at Su Yan in shock. "I can tell you're struggling to say it. It can only be one thing. Ashley slipped brother Lin Lang a love potion. Now she's pregnant. So brother Lin Lang has to marry her." "Wow, that's harsh. You're not mad?" "Why would I be? They already have a kid on the way. Besides, it takes 2 to tango. There's no right or wrong here. He only promised to wait for Lin Lang. And he never showed. So that was the end of it." When she saw Oro, he was selling meat at his stall. He teared up seeing his daughter. After going through this disaster, he cherished his kids even more. He quickly poured Su Yan her favorite goat milk. Even though she wasn't hungry, she chugged it all down anyway. With Oro, she felt a natural bond through blood. Just then, Jialian came up to Oro's stall. "Uncle Oro, I want some chibi jerky." The next second, he spotted Su Yan nearby. He gasped, "Su Yan, you're alive." Su Yan shot him a dirty look. "You're still alive. So why wouldn't I be?" Jialian's face fell. "Sorry. My bad. Anyway, brother Lin Lang has nothing to do with me." Oro grabbed a strip of chibi jerky and handed it to Jialian. "I just got my daughter back. No charge, take it." Jialian hesitated for a moment, but finally took the jerky. "Thanks, Uncle Oro." After Jialian left, Oro let out a soft sigh and told Su Yan his parents were killed by demon beasts. He went to Pindong. He's got two little brothers to feed. That's when Su Yan remembered Jialian had low fertility. Oro worried she might be concerned about her own future. "Yanner, don't worry. Dad's here to take care of you. Even if you stay single forever, it's fine." Xiao Wo chimed in. "I can take care of my sister too." Su Yan was touched. "Don't worry, Dad, I can hunt too." Oro looked at her skinny arms and legs and didn't believe that for a second. He called Xiao Wo to help pack up the stall. "Let's head home early today. Dad'll make you something good." Just then, a beastman came by carrying a beast carcass to find Oro. He smiled and asked why Oro was closing up so early. Oro took the carcass off his shoulder. "My son and daughter are both back. Perfect timing with this catch. It's a welcome home meal for my daughter. Zulu, come by my place later for dinner." Zulu only then noticed Su Yan standing nearby. He was instantly blown away by her beauty. He stopped calling Oro by his first name. "Uncle Oro, this carcass is a gift for you. I'll come by tonight." Su Yan watched him leave, then patted Xiao Luo's head. "What's his talent?" Xiao Luo said quietly. "Zulu's talent is water type, yellow rank. But don't get any ideas. He's the rabbit tribe chief's most favored third son, and the rabbit tribe's greatest warrior. Every female wants to get into his den. Even our chief's daughter, Rona, is chasing him." Su Yan looked thoughtful, but her mind was actually talking to the system. "Xiao Mei, how good is a yellow rank talent?" Xiao Mei was the name she'd given the system girl. She'd wanted to call her Da Mei, but that got shot down. Not high, but not low either. "You can use essence pills to boost talent," Su Yan thought. "Well, there's no better option right now anyway. Let's just go for her. Earning points matters more." That night, Su Yan put on the maternity dress the system gave her. Even though it was a maternity dress, as long as she didn't say anything, no one would know what she was wearing. The fabric was unlike anything the West District had ever seen. Even Oro was stunned by the dress's quality when he saw her. The fine, soft fabric, the delicate embroidery. Probably only the East District had anything like it. "Yanner, where did you get this dress?" Su Yan answered honestly. "Xiao Mei gave it to me. That's way too valuable." "Did you pay her in chibi?" "No, it should be counted in gold coins. I earned it through labor." Su Yan said it with total confidence. After all, having a baby counts as hard work. Xiao Wo froze the moment she saw it too. "Where'd you get that? A friend gave it to you." "A friend from the East District? Clothes this pretty only exist in the big beast clans of the East. Around here, only the wealthiest beast families could afford them. But even then, they might not be able to buy it." Su Yan suddenly realized that her own thin cotton maternity dress might count as a luxury item too. And that glassy raincoat that needed points to redeem? That would really blow people's minds. Just then, someone outside called for Oro. Oro heard the voice, then glanced at Su Yan and told Dad more. "Are you sure you have feelings for Zulu? He just wants to have a kid. He doesn't want to marry anyone, man or woman." That thought was pretty messed up. But he didn't have a choice. After all, Xiao Mei only cares about the baby. Zulu came with Lin Lang and another guy. They often hunted together. You could say that when they teamed up, no prey ever got away. It was also Lin Lang who suggested Zulu sell his catch to Oro. Su Yan was grilling meat in the kitchen right then. To win a man's heart, you gotta win his stomach. She didn't have many ingredients, so she just sprinkled some salt and some berry sauce. The meat was rich and tender, plus the smoky char from the grill. Su Yan, who hadn't had cooked food in ages, kept swallowing her saliva. Xiao Wo slipped in, drawn by the smell. "That smells amazing." Su Yan cut off a golden, juicy piece of meat. "Try this and tell me how it tastes." Xiao Wo had never had cooked food before. One bite and her eyes went wide. "It's salty. Salt gives you more strength." Then Su Yan suddenly remembered. The jerky Oro made never had any salt in it. "Why don't we put salt in our jerky?" "Salt's too expensive. Salted jerky costs twice as much. Not many folks can afford it." Su Yan thought about it. The salt in her system space had to be worth a lot. Su Yan finished roasting the meat. She had Xiao Luo bring it out. She freshened up again, then headed back to the living room. She even spent 5 points to buy a makeup set from the system store. She put on a light, elegant look. If you want to sweep a man off his feet, first impressions matter. And stunning him is the way to go. So the moment Zulu looked up, he felt like he'd been struck by lightning. His whole beast soul was gone. How could there be a female this beautiful in the world? Linlong beside him froze too. His throat tightened. Why, you're alive? Su Yan tilted her head slightly, a little puzzled. Why does everyone ask me that? Ashley said. He saw you die with his own eyes, swallowed whole by a gray wolf beast. Oro answered that question for him. That was also why Oro got so worked up. When he first saw Su Yan, clearly he was lying. She's right here, alive and well. Su Yan spun around on the spot. To show them, Linlong, standing nearby, had a flash of awe in his eyes. But it quickly turned to something more complicated. He married Ashley. He had no right to be with Su Yan anymore. Zulu could tell something was off between them. What about you two? Su Yan replied. Linlong proposed to me on the day of my coming-of-age ceremony. That same day, the beasts from the forest attacked the rat clan. I wandered through the forest for over half a month before I finally made it back to the clan. Lin Lang's face went pale. You were waiting there the whole time. He had believed Ashley's words and never went to check. No matter what, he should have gone. At that thought, he slapped himself across the face. Su Yan placed a leather pouch in front of Linlong. Inside were the gold coins he had given her. Linlong, I'm returning these to you. Linlong stared at the pouch, his expression darkening. Keep them. If this can make up for some of what I did. You did nothing wrong. Su Yan smiled naturally. And congratulations, Linlong, on your marriage to Ashley. I heard she's expecting. When the baby arrives, I'll send a proper gift. Linlong couldn't stay any longer. Uncle Oro, I just remembered I have something to do. I'll head out first. I'll come back to see Zulu after tomorrow's hunt. Su Yan figured she shouldn't stick around either. Uncle Oro, I should get going too. Su Yan picked up the leather pouch from the stone table and handed it to Oro. Dad, could you return this for me? Oro put the pouch away. Good, Dad knows what to do. Su Yan went back to her own cave room. She pulled out a leather pouch. Dad, this is salt for tonight's roast. From now on, when we cook, we should use a little salt for flavor. It'll make Xiao Luo stronger too. Oro saw the fine salt in the pouch. At least 20 pounds of it. His eyes went wide. Yanner, where did this come from? A friend from the East District gave it to me. Made up friend. Using the East District friend as a cover. Worked great, Oro muttered carefully, sprinkling the fine salt. With this, we could get Xiao Luo a rabbit bride. A female with top-tier fertility. Then let's do it, find Xiao Luo a wife. First thing tomorrow, I'll go to the rabbit clan's house and work some connections. These salts of Yanner S will come in handy. The next day, Su Yan and Xiao Luo went hunting. She found a patch of wild yams. Every single one was as thick as a wrist. Su Yan was thrilled. She forgot about hunting and started digging up wild yams. Eating only meat was fine. But for Su Yan, who grew up on grains and veggies, she really missed carbs. Xiao Luo didn't understand why Su Yan was digging up stuff beasts ate. But seeing how much she liked it, he started digging too. As they dug, Su Yan felt the yams moving on their own. Then, every yam popped out of the ground by itself. They all landed in a neat pile. Xiao Luo shouted excitedly, Linlong. Linlong had a royal grade earth affinity. Digging up wild yams for him was as easy as snapping his fingers. Su Yan flashed a sweet smile. Linlong, you're amazing. Thanks. Linlong looked at Su Yan's adorable face and said casually, anything else you need dug up? Nope, that's it. I'll take these yams home in batches. Wait, I'll help you carry them. Before she could say anything, Linlong had already hoisted the yams onto his shoulder. Su Yan didn't even have time to stop him. Xiao Luo still had to wait for Zulu. So the two of them headed back first. On the way, Linlong kept looking at Su Yan, his gaze intense and a little conflicted. Su Yan pretended not to notice. I heard from Xiao Luo that you got hurt saving the tribe and passed out. By the time you woke up, everyone was already on the move. How's your wound now? Any lasting effects? What's a lasting effect? It means an injury that leaves a lingering problem that's hard to recover from. Does losing you count? When they got home, they ran into Oro, who had just come back from the rabbit tribe. Seeing them walking together, he looked a little surprised. Linlung, thanks for the help. Let me take those. Linlung didn't hand them over. Uncle Oro, just call me Linlung. I'll help Suyin bring these in. I'll head back after I drop them off. Just then, someone came to call her. Linlung, you better head home. Your wife says her stomach hurts. She's about to give birth. Suyin understood. It was because she and Linlung came back together. And Ashley found out. The kid was probably totally fine. Go on back, pregnant women get emotional easily. Take good care of her. Once Linlung left, Oro asked Suyin, what's going on with you two? We just ran into each other while hunting. He helped me dig up these yams. And carried them back. Just one clan member helping another. Nothing else going on. Good, he married Ashley. The best female in the Shu clan. And she's the clan elder's granddaughter. She might inherit the elder position. You can't afford to offend her. I know, that's why my goal now is the clan milk. The clan milk might be hard to get to. Oro went to the rabbit clan's elder house today. And learned some news. The rabbit clan chief has a clan milk. And they're marrying her off to the Hu tribe chief's daughter. Suyin frowned, then that's harder to mess with. Dad, help me put these yams somewhere cool to store. They'll last a long time. I was wondering, why are you messing with this beast food? To eat if they can eat it. We can too. Soon Suyin steamed the yams. She paired them with wild berry jam. And handed one to Oro. Try it if we put these on the stall. Do you think they'd sell? Zhao Luo didn't want to dampen his daughter's enthusiasm and thoughtfulness. So he took a big bite. That one bite made his mustache curl up. So good. Just then Zulu came back, dragging a massive wild boar that weighed at least 800 pounds. In the sunlight, her smile was so bright it was blinding. What's good to eat today, little sis? Suyin paused for a moment, then turned and headed back to the kitchen. She came out with a bowl of mashed yam, paired with pepper-like spice. She'd found the salt pepper in the woods. It was huge, about the size of a walnut. It tasted just like pepper, so she called it pepper-like. Zulu took it without hesitation. One bite and her eyes went wide. You put lust fruit in this? Suyin's dad quickly took the yam bowl from her hands, checked it, and smelled it. There really were bits of lust fruit in there. Suyin was about to cry. What do we do? Zulu grinned, easy. You help me fix it. Suyin quickly said, aren't you betrothed to the Fox clan? I never agreed to that. Zulu scooped her up over his shoulder and said to Zhao Luo, I heard Linlung got 16 gold coins as a dowry. I'll pay 60. Suyin tried to struggle, but she couldn't break free at all. Let me be clear up front. I might have other mates in the future. I won't be with just you. Zulu didn't care at all. No problem. Glad you like it. Suyin's pill wore off. Okay. Then he popped the golden marrow pills one after another. He also took two rejuvenation pills in between to recover his strength. Even so, by the end, Suyin was crying herself to sleep. Zulu carefully covered her with an animal fur blanket. Then he went back to his own place to pack up, getting ready to move in with Suyin. When Suyin woke up, a hunger like she'd never felt before hit her hard. Xiaomei had told her that fasting pills stop working once you're pregnant. She was pregnant now, and she needed to load up on nutrition. Only meat could fill her stomach, and it had to be the best, freshest meat. She called Xiaoluo to grab her some. She wolfed down a whole bowl in no time. Xiaoluo was shocked. How can you eat that much all of a sudden? Suyin was about to cry. I think I might be pregnant. Yanner, what did you say? Ora walked in carrying a plate of fresh fruit and overheard Suyin. He almost dropped the whole plate. Suyin touched her belly. With cravings this strong, what else could it be? Xiaoluo didn't believe it. There's no way you know you're pregnant after one day. But her sister's appetite was impossible to explain. She used to be full after one bite of jerky. This was definitely not normal. Oro handed the fruit to Suyin, seeing her dig in without hesitation. She really did act like a pregnant female. Rat females give birth in about a month. You'll know in 10 days at most. And at least 5. Plus, that boar Zulu brought is plenty for you. Suyin rubbed her flat belly. I don't want jerky. I only want fresh meat. Venison would be best. Then fresh meat it is. I can afford to feed my female. Zulu walked in just then. He heard Suyan say she wanted meat. He was carrying a huge animal hide bag. Suyan asked him what he was doing, confused. Zulu was thrilled. From now on, I'm joining the Merit family. Suyan munched on fresh fruit. But her stomach still ached with hunger. Joining means I can hunt more. I think I'm gonna eat a ton this month. What do you mean, this month? Zulu sensed something behind her words. Suyan touched her belly. I think I'm pregnant. And it's a baby with a big appetite. Zulu froze. Already. When he left, his father had warned him, saying Suyan couldn't conceive. If she got pregnant on the first try, her fertility must be top tier. Suyan patted her belly. Yep, pregnant. Just really hungry. And picky, only fresh, tender meat. When Zulu heard he was going to be a father, he was so excited he nearly jumped for joy. No problem. I'm going hunting right now. He turned to leave. But Suyan stopped him. Not now. Go with Xiaoluo tomorrow morning. That night, Suyan ate almost non-stop. She'd sleep a bit, then sit up to eat again. Her cheeks got sore from all the chewing. Finally, she had to ask the system for help. Xiaomei, what's going on with this pregnancy? I'm so hungry all the time. Xiaomei explained it was the essence pill at work. Talent doesn't just improve on its own. It needs enough energy. Then you level up and advance. In your current state, you can eat some rare treasures. What rare treasures? I'll send you info on some common ones. Take a look. In no time, a giant book half a meter thick appeared in the system space. When she opened it, the first page's content turned into words and flowed into her mind. Golden wing fruit, a perennial spiritual herb, grows about 7 inches tall. Star-shaped purple leaves. Fruit is bright red and flat round. Seeds are golden and star-shaped. The whole plant is edible. Before ripening, the fruit is yellow-green. Highly toxic. Once ripe, it's a powerful tonic. Strengthens innate deficiencies. Grows in shaded spots under forest trees. Prefers airy, well-drained leaf mold soil. The next day, Suyan drank fresh goat milk. But she was still hungry. Zulu came over with a plate of fresh meat. I just hunted a deer. This is the tenderest loin. Suyan ate as she asked, when you hunt in the woods, have you ever seen a plant? Its leaves are star-shaped and purple. The fruit is round, flat, and bright red. Seen it, you want some? Suyan nodded, I only want the ones with red fruit. If the whole plant is yellow-green, skip it. Zulu put down the meat and headed out right away. Just then Xiaoluo rushed in and said to Suyan, sis, Lin Lang is here. Suyan froze. Then she heard a roar outside. Zulu, get out here. Lin Lang knew he had no right to demand answers, but he still wanted to punch him to let off steam. He hadn't expected Zulu to have dual waterwood talent. You can't beat me. You've got hidden wounds from demon beasts. They've dropped your cultivation by at least half a level. I'm going to find some fruit for Yan Yan. We'll grab a drink later. Lin Lang let it go. After all, what was done? And the guy had dual talent. He'd just end up getting beaten. Zulu quickly found the crimson heart fruit, but a 2-headed demon wolf was guarding it. Zulu had fought it before. Last time, they'd ended in a draw. Neither could get the upper hand. This time was different. He had to get that starwing herb. The 2-headed wolf stared at Zulu warily, opened its jaws and howled, trying to scare him off. Zulu pulled a bone knife from his belt. I only want that starwing herb behind you. If you give it to me, then I'll spare you. If not, I wouldn't mind one more gold coin. The 2-headed wolf didn't listen to a word he said. Seeing he wouldn't leave, it lunged straight at him. Its massive, razor-sharp claws gleamed with a chilling light. They were about to tear into Zulu. The next second, the 2-headed wolf let out a shriek. Zulu had suddenly appeared at its flank. He swung his bone knife down hard. A sharp crack echoed bone breaking. And the figure the wolf's claws had hit? It dissolved into a puddle of water. It splashed to the ground. So that was the water element stealth technique. They fought for another 10+ minutes, with both of Zulu's talents fully unleashed. The 2-headed wolf finally met its end. Its dying howl was massive. Even Lin Lang, who had left the forest, heard it. His face went even paler. That 2-headed demon wolf. He knew that even without his old injuries, he couldn't have taken down Zulu that fast. When Zulu returned, Suyan had already downed a big bucket of milk. But the hunger still wouldn't go away. He grabbed the starwing fruit Zulu had brought, He ate the crimson fruits one after another, chewing up the seeds and swallowing them too. As the starving fruit went down, that relentless hunger slowly faded. By the time he'd eaten the whole boar, he even let out a burp. Zulu stayed close, watching him nervously, afraid something might be wrong. Suyen reached out and wrapped his arms around Zulu's neck. You worked so hard. Zulu, I'm not hungry anymore. He leaned into him willingly. Zulu was over the moon. But that "I'm not hungry" comment made Zulu wonder if he wasn't actually pregnant, but just wanted it so badly that he was showing fake pregnancy symptoms. But whether Suyen was pregnant or not didn't matter. As long as they were together, that was enough. The next day, Suyen went to the market to find Xiao Wo. In his past life, he'd worked at a shoe factory, so he knew a lot about making shoes. A couple days ago, he drew up some designs and had his brother Xiao Wo try making them. To his surprise, the shoes Xiao Wo made fit perfectly and were super comfortable. So he suggested Xiao Wo stop hunting and focus on making leather boots to sell instead. Today, Xiao Wo brought 10 pairs of boots to sell. He'd been cooped up at home, so he came out to see how things were going. The moment Suyen walked up to the shoe stall, Zulu spotted him. Those leather boots you had Xiao Wo make? Everyone loves them. They're lining up to get custom pairs made. With that, Zulu took his hand. Come on, let me get you something to eat. Suddenly, Suyen felt a cold glare on his back. He turned around. A curvy female was staring right at him. Suyen recognized her as the Rat Clan chief's daughter, Rona. She was probably here to see Zulu. And Suyen was right. Rona had come for Zulu. When she heard Zulu had taken down the two-headed wolf, she was determined to have this powerful male. In her eyes, Suyen was just a low-fertility servant girl who'd end up in the breeding house sooner or later. How dare she compete with her? Suyen followed Zulu to a small tavern. Suddenly, someone burst in shouting something terrible happened. The clan elder's granddaughter is having a difficult labor. Suyen stared in shock at the person who'd shouted. Ashley. With top-tier fertility among our rat clan, how could this still happen? High fertility means getting pregnant easily. It doesn't mean giving birth easily. Giving birth is the same for everyone. One slip and she could return to the beast god. Suyen pressed on. When did you hear about this? About a shashu ago. One shashu is roughly 2 hours. Suyen rubbed her wrist, her habit whenever she was hesitating. Xiaomei, do you have a pill that can help with difficult labor? There's the smooth birth pill. 50 points was a bit pricey, but Suyen didn't hesitate to redeem it. She couldn't just let someone die. But when she saw Ashley giving birth in beast form, she was a little surprised. Why are you giving birth in your rat form? Ashley lay weak on the beast fur blanket. Female beastmen always give birth in beast form. Sorry. I didn't know last time she had Black Panther cubs, it was in human form. So I had no idea. No, I'm the one who should apologize. After the demon beasts attacked the tribe, Linlong asked me to look for you outside the tribe. I never went. I even lied that you'd been eaten by a demon beast. I shouldn't have hidden the truth or deceived anyone. I wronged you. Ashley felt her difficult labor was pure karma. Suyen held her paw. Since you married Linlong, you two are the ones meant to be together for life. And I have Zulu by my side now. He treats me well. We need to let go of the past. From now on, we should get along. Once I have Zulu's baby too. Will our kids still play together? Ashley never expected Suyen to be so forgiving. She felt even more ashamed. Her vision blurred. She knew she didn't have much time left. Too bad I might not make it through this. Thank you for forgiving me. With that, Ashley's head lolled to the side as she passed out. Suyen quickly leaned in. She wiped the corner of Ashley's mouth. That tiny quail egg, no bigger than a soybean, slipped right into her mouth. Ashley, wake up. You still have a baby to deliver. You can't fall asleep. Grom shoved Suyen aside. He stepped forward to check on his granddaughter. In an instant, he seemed to have aged even more. Suyen picked up a soft, dry fur blanket to change Ashley's bedding. Just as she finished, Ashley suddenly let out a long breath. She let out a loud cry. And then, one after another, 5 baby mice were born. Suyen was stunned for a moment. That smooth delivery pill really works wonders. Suyen felt a pang of regret over her points. But she really couldn't just stand by and watch someone die. She could always earn more points. If Ashley and these kids were gone, Linlong, he might never recover. He still couldn't get past Ashley's betrayal. But if Ashley and the kids were gone, he'd regret it forever. Lin Lang's voice was hoarse and trembling. Thank you, Suyen nodded. She walked out of the birthing room. Zulu was waiting for her outside. Su-Yan walked over to him. Before she could say anything, he took her hand. Let's head back. Just as he was about to leave, the system's voice suddenly echoed in her mind. Congratulations, host, you've triggered a hidden merit task. You've received a merit gift pack. Reward, 100 points. System space expansion scroll automatically expands by 10 cubic meters. 50 pounds of fine salt. 30 pounds of sugar and a set of quilts. 3 boxes of instant noodles. A box of compressed biscuits. 5 pounds of soybeans. 10 cans of fruit. 20 pounds of rice. 10 large jugs of purified water. A smile slowly spread across Su-Yan's face. So the system had hidden task rewards too. It seemed that anything related to childbirth gave her a chance to earn points and rewards. Zulu saw how happy she looked and asked what happened. Su-Yan casually kissed him. Ashley gave birth to 5 healthy baby rats. I'm happy for him. Zulu's eyes burned with intensity, watching her almost mesmerized. You're such a good female. Su-Yan wasn't some naive, innocent girl. Before coming here, she dated back on Earth. He was a crown prince from an elite family. To him, love was just a game to pass the time. Su-Yan had given him all her heart, and all she got in return was ridicule and murder. She'd agreed to bind with the birthing system to be reborn on Earth. Because her heart was already dead, she'd lost the ability to love. Zulu's gaze right now reminded her so much of her former self. Zulu, don't think too highly of me. I'm not worthy. His sudden shift in mood caught Zulu off guard. A few more days passed. Su-Yan's belly swelled up like it was being inflated. Now everyone knew she was really pregnant. Chief Grom came to visit in person and brought plenty of gifts, partly to celebrate the new addition to the clan, and partly to thank Su-Yan for saving her granddaughter. Seeing Grom act like a completely different person made her feel a bit overwhelmed. Is my baby okay? Grom replied with a warm, kind smile. Everything's fine, active and healthy. Little Wo was curious. Chief, when my sister was tested, the magnet showed nothing. Didn't they say she couldn't have kids? How is she pregnant? Grom answered. It might have to do with her body type. Adult ratfolk are normally over 3 feet long. But she stayed at just 4 inches even after growing up. So she can't be compared to ordinary females. But without a doubt, she's still a wonderful female. When she gives birth, I'll personally help deliver the baby. After seeing Grom off, Zulu made a promise to Su-Yan. I'll treasure you with my life from now on. Su-Yan looked at his serious, earnest face, then touched her belly. Your baby says it wants tenderloin meat. Zulu immediately got up and headed out. I'll go catch you a deer right now. Akihara Beast Forest. A snake with red and black bands. A massive snake over 1,000 meters long slithered slowly. Its crimson eyes glowed like a demon beast's. But in a flash, the snake transformed into a robed figure. A man with long red and black hair. His crimson eyes lazily glanced sideways. Suddenly, the man looked toward one direction. The faint sound of a fight drifted from there. A bloodthirsty, sinister glint crossed his eyes. The next instant, he vanished. Su-Yan, who had been dozing, suddenly woke with a start. Her heart raced with panic. She couldn't calm down. This ominous feeling. Something must have happened. Xiao Wo. The two heard Su-Yan's call. Kiki dropped what she was doing and ran over. What's wrong, Yanner? Seeing that they were both fine. The person closest to her had to be Zulu. Is Zulu back yet? Xiao Wo answered. Zulu hasn't come back yet. He usually comes back with prey really fast. Aoro said with a smile. Maybe he got excited and caught too much game. Su-Yan felt guilty. I shouldn't have said I wanted venison. Aoro reassured her. Don't worry, he'll be fine. As they spoke, they heard the courtyard gate open. Xiao Wo ran out immediately, then shouted, Zulu, you're back. But Su-Yan felt the man before her wasn't Zulu. Even though he looked exactly like Zulu, she couldn't shake the feeling of strangeness. Zulu had been distant ever since coming home late that night. But when Su-Yan invited him, when they were doing her favorite labor prep exercise, he actually asked, is now okay? But Su-Yan had already told him that the more she exercised, the easier the birth would be. Su-Yan leaned in and kissed his lips. After the kiss, Su-Yan froze. His lips weren't as soft and warm as before. They felt cold and distant. Su-Yan asked worriedly, are you feeling okay? Zulu replied, I'm fine. Get some sleep. Tomorrow morning, I'm meeting up with the guys from the clan to hunt some beast monsters. I might not be back much for a while. but I'll definitely be there when you give birth. 5 days passed in the blink of an eye. Su-Yan looked at her huge belly, wondering how many babies were inside. All she could see was her belly, constantly moving from the babies kicking super active. Her birth mother had 9 kids in one litter. She wondered if she'd inherit that fertility. As for the little Black Panther from before, let's just say his birth father was basically dying at the time. Any essence that came out was thanks to the pregnancy pill. Today, Ashley came by again for her prenatal checkup. Grom intended to groom his granddaughter into the clan's healer heir, so she was now starting to handle some basic prenatal checkups. Su-Yan lay on the bed, looking at Ashley's gentle, happy face, and smiled. It's still 2 days away till the birth. You don't need to come every day. Ashley said, your body's special. If those little mouse kids didn't need me so much, I'd just move in here and watch over you. That's hilarious. He doesn't watch the kids. Su-Yan never held back when talking to Ashley. The more Linlong avoided the topic, the more suspicious it seemed. Talking about it openly felt way more natural. Now the mouse and rabbit clans are teaming up to hunt beast demons. He doesn't get back until late at night. He can't take care of the kids. At least yours comes home. Mine hasn't shown up for 5 days straight. Su-Yan thought about Zulu. Something just felt off. He used to want to be glued to her side. Now he doesn't even come back. When Ashley heard her mention Zulu, a complicated look crossed her face. Su-Yan caught it right away. What's wrong? I think I should tell you. So you're prepared. Rona works logistics in the Beast Demons squad. She and Zulu spend a lot of time alone together. It hasn't gotten to the mating stage yet. Su-Yan frowned. You're saying Rona and Zulu? Ashley nodded. You're the mistress. I think you can't be too lenient sometimes. You need to show your authority. Set some rules for your husband. Su-Yan didn't think much of it. She'd already told Zulu before not to get too attached to her. He probably listened. But with Rona, that didn't seem possible. Zulu liked pretty females, and Rona wasn't really his type. Could he suddenly have ambition? Wanting to inherit the chief position? With the Shu clan chief's support, that would be a big advantage. At that thought, Su-Yan went along with Ashley. When he gets back, I'll lay down some rules. For now, I need to focus on the baby in my belly. Ashley heard him say that and felt relieved. Exactly, that's the point. The baby comes first. I was afraid telling you would be bad for the delivery, so I kept it bottled up inside. But if I didn't say anything, I worried things would get worse and end in a mess we couldn't fix. So I decided to tell you after all. Sister Ashley, don't worry about me. I've drifted around, seen and been through a lot. Something this small won't break me. Good, that Rona is so low. Once a male's taken a female, he should keep his distance. But he's the one chasing after her. He's a disgrace to the chief and the whole mouse clan. Ashley and Rona used to get along fine. But now she acts like she doesn't even know him. Su-Yan smiled and didn't say anything more. That night, Su-Yan opened up the system map. Everything happening within 100 meters. He could see it all. Suddenly, someone entered his map's range. It was Zulu. On the road, clan members ran into him and made small talk. He was very polite in return. But from an outsider's perspective, his smile was like a mask. Handsome but not real. The old Zulu, whether with people or in his work, was always sincere. It was that rare quality that won Su-Yan over and made him decide to have a litter of yellow-ringed pups. Just then, his belly started to ache with contractions. He knew it was time. He quickly sent his dad, Oro, to fetch Ashley. Zulu walked in and went straight to Su-Yan. He handed him a starwing fruit. Good work, I found this while hunting. Not sure if it helps with your situation. Not needed right now. Su-Yan's face was already twisted in pain from the contractions. Zulu wiped the sweat from his forehead. Does it hurt? Su-Yan shot him a glare. You try giving birth. I'm thirsty, I need some water. Zulu went to get him some. Su-Yan asked the system, Xiao Mei, how much longer? 6 hours. Why so long? Every pregnancy is different. 6 hours is normal. If the host wants to speed things up, you can use a smooth birth pill. No thanks, I'll do this the natural way. 50 points was too expensive. He couldn't bear to spend it. Reminder for the host. After giving birth, you can have another child with your husband. Why didn't you mention this before? Xiao Mei didn't answer. Su-Yan was speechless. This birth system was just like that. It went quiet mid-sentence. It might leak some cosmic secret. As for having more kids with Zulu, he didn't want to right now. Especially after finding out about him and Rona. Even seeing him come back on the map made him uncomfortable. People aren't made of stone, feelings are real. Everything Zulu had done for him almost made him believe in love again. But Rona's appearance crushed that hope completely. Ashley came running in, seeing Zulu there too. He couldn't help saying Rona's a jealous type. She's been bossy since childhood. Selfish and self-centered. There's no way she'd accept being second to Suyan, who's a great female. And she's about to give you pups. Know what to do. And what to stay away from. Think twice before you act. Thanks, I'll keep that in mind. Zulu said that and walked out on his own. Ashley saw Suyan lying in bed, drenched in sweat. He could totally relate. He'd just gone through it himself not long ago. But he still told Suyan honestly, I've never delivered a baby before. I'll just have to figure it out as I go. Suyan reassured him. Just go for it. Soon Suyan's contractions started coming fast. He suddenly thought of his first child. He wondered how he was doing now. That Black Panther should be treating him well, right? Ashley checked Suyan's condition. Still need to wait a bit more. Actually, I'm kinda curious. Will yours come out as little bunnies or mice? Or as humanoid pups? Probably little bunnies or mice. Thinking about the child about to be born, Suyan's mindset shifted into mission mode. He even detached himself from his human perspective, telling himself clearly, having kids is to earn enough points to go back to Earth and be reborn. The men here are all NPCs. They're all just tools. Don't get attached. Don't hold on to anything. The driver Zulu's issue suddenly became clear again. To be reborn, he agreed to bind with this childbirth system. He still had 100 million points to earn. If he didn't want to have kids constantly, he'd need to find high-talent males at the yellow rank. Zulu wasn't nearly enough. Plus, his own life was measured in points. He couldn't afford to waste time here. He needed to go to the East District. Suyan took a deep breath, gripping the fur blanket beneath him. He let out one last strained cry, and his belly suddenly went empty. Then he passed out again. Zulu, waiting outside, heard him. He glanced back through the door, surprise flashing in his eyes. He'd given birth in human form. He hadn't shifted into beast form. Could it be the babies were human too? Curious, he stepped closer to look. Ashley saw him coming and smiled. Congratulations. 2 females, 1 male. Zulu picked up one of them. A tiny cub smaller than his palm. A red glint flashed in his eyes. What? Born with dual water and fire elements at the mystic rank. Zulu checked the 2 females too. Both were orchid rank. Their wood affinity wasn't high. But females in the West District rarely had any talent at all. So, these little females were just as precious. Suyan had no idea that Zulu had already assessed all the baby's talents and had become very interested in his womb. Every time she gave birth, her body would fall into a state of stasis. This had to do with her first pregnancy, which had ended too soon. The system had built in a pause for her. During that pause, time outside kept moving normally, but her own time stood still. It wouldn't restart until she woke up. Right now, Suyan's soul had returned to the system. Xiaomei announced the results of this birth. Congratulations, host, on successfully delivering your second child. Female, beast form, blue-gray rabbit. Affinity, wood, blue rank, secondary beast, blue-gray rabbit. Reward, 150 points. Third child, female, beast form, blue-white mouse. Affinity, wood, blue rank. Secondary beast, blue-gray rabbit. Reward, 150 points. Fourth child, male, beast form, blue-white rabbit. Affinity, water and fire, mystic rank. Secondary beast, blue-gray rabbit. Reward, 1,000 points. Plus a birth gift pack. Suyan stared at the points. Xiaomei, let me ask you something. How many points for a baby with rainbow rank affinity? 50 points. And what about heaven rank? 100,000 points. So if I want more points, I need to have higher rank babies. Having good kids is a must. One more question. But before Suyan could finish, her consciousness was yanked out of the system. Ashley's voice filled her ears. Suyan, wake up. Wake up, I'm fine. Just a little tired. I fell asleep, Suyan replied weakly. She hadn't taken the recovery pill yet, and her whole body felt limp and drained. Ashley said, still shaken. You stopped breathing for a moment. You really scared me. Really, Suyan had no idea. So the Black Panther must have thought she was dead too. Ashley handed Suyan 3 little fur blankets. Good thing you're okay. Look at your babies, they're so cute. And strong, too. Looking at the 3 little animals she'd given birth to, Suyan kept telling herself they'd become human someday. Zulu came in carrying a bowl of milk. You worked hard, Yan Yan. Good thing my part's done. From now on, it's all on you. Suyan looked at Zulu, remembering what Xiao Mei said about having another baby with her. If no good option came up soon, having a baby with her was better than leaving the womb empty and earning nothing. But before that, she needed to confirm something. After Ashley left, Suyan asked Zulu to go to the kitchen and grab the formula and bottles. She deliberately made a fireball appear in her palm. Zulu was clearly surprised. Once she left, Suyan opened the system map. She'd just spent a whopping 250 points to upgrade it. And now she could clearly hear Zulu muttering outside the door. So that's it. No wonder she gave birth to fire element cubs. What other secrets do you have? Suyan's heart sank. Just as she suspected. Really? Zulu had known about her fire talent all along. And her secret. He's always stayed by my side. Was he trying to dig up my past? A woman has to bear 1,000 children. So he'd prepared a whole lineage book for it. The entries start from the second row. Mother Sui Mirit. Father Zulu Dara. Eldest daughter Yukshuan Dara. Second daughter Shishi Mirit. Youngest son Faze Mirit. Zulu asked why the first row was empty. Suyan shot him a glance, said it was negative space. You wouldn't get it. But in her heart, she thought of the Black Panther cub she never got to see. Zulu teased that the lineage book she'd made could hold hundreds of names. Suyan's expression shifted as she replied, the Mirit family. 100 generations, a legacy that lasts forever. With that, she asked Zulu why he hadn't gone beast hunting today. Most of them are already taken care of. The rabbit and rat clan chiefs decided to stop hunting beasts. Both clans are resting and recovering now. Building up their numbers, he twirled a lock of Suyan's hair. How about we have another litter? Suyan chuckled, no. Zulu's expression flickered with surprise. He'd expected her to say yes. Didn't think she'd turn him down? Suyan stood up and headed outside. I'm going to the ancestral house to find Ashley. Might be back late. Take care of the kids. Zulu watched her slim, graceful figure walk away, a deep smile spreading across his face. After Suyan left the house, her face turned cold and grim. Who exactly is this Zulu? Even though she looked just like Zulu, Suyan was sure she wasn't the real Zulu. So what was her reason for pretending to be Zulu? Suyan looked down, lost in thought. When suddenly everything went dark, she bumped into something soft. Then she heard a furious shout, Suyan, Malut, watch where you're going. Seeing Rona in front of her, Suyan thought, what bad luck. The road was so wide. And she was walking along the edge. She never expected to run into him. Or maybe he was standing there, waiting for her to bump into him on purpose. Sorry, Suyan apologized sincerely. She did bump into him after all. Rona glared at Suyan. If I took Zulu away from you and just said sorry, would you forgive me? Suyan's face turned sour. That's a different thing. Rona stepped closer to Suyan. I say it's the same. Suyan didn't want to argue with her anymore. She walked around her and kept going. I'm heading to the ancestral house. If you're hurt from the bump, you can come along and get checked out. Rona stared at her back. Don't think you can keep Zulu all to yourself. A male that's strong isn't something one person can own alone. Suyan stopped. She turned and looked Rona over carefully. Her full, curvy upper body, and her extra round waist and hips. That's what Ashley said. It's a sign of being very fertile. And males prefer that kind of body. But that face. Yeah, not great. Suyan suddenly gave her a sly smile. Even if Zulu leaves me, it definitely won't be because of you. With that, she turned and kept walking. Right, Zulu is a total looks guy. And the fact that he can put up with Rona's face and mess around with her just proves he's definitely a fake. When Ashley saw Suyan, he was thrilled. Finally, someone who can write. So he dragged her into helping out, organizing the supply list for the Beast Demon Victory Feast. Suyan went through all the animal hide sheets first, then sorted them into categories. When Ashley came back, he saw her chart simple and clear. He was amazed. This is awesome. How did you do it? Can you teach me? Time for him to head home. Zulu's voice cut in out of nowhere. Suyan looked over. What are you doing here? Your dad sent me. Said it's getting late. And he didn't want you walking alone. Ashley teased. Is it Uncle Oro who's worried? Or is it you? Zulu smiled. Both of us. After leaving the Zulu house. After leaving Zulu's place, Zulu's gaze stayed fixed on Suyan. I hunted a red fox in Shulin today. How about I make you a scarf from it? That skull is disguised really well. Besides Suyan, no one would suspect his identity. Just let it go. That thing holds grudges. Then she spotted a maid walking toward them. It was Rona. She walked up to the two of them. Ignoring Suyan completely, she handed Zulu a leather pouch. Zulu, big brother. What a coincidence. I took that mink fur you gave me last time. And made a mink vest. Try it on and see if it fits. Suyan looked at Zulu. A hint of suspicion in her eyes. You gave her mink fur? Suyan knew very well. That mink fur was way more expensive than fox fur. Zulu didn't even glance at the vest. His expression was cold and proud. Miss Rona, you must be mistaken. That mink fur wasn't mine. My cousin asked me to pass it along to Rona. A lot of people know about this. Suyan asked doubtfully. Really? Xiaoluo knows about it too. You can ask him. With that, Zulu pulled Suyan into his arms. You're the only one in my heart. Suyan curled her lip in disdain. You males would do anything for offspring. Zulu looked at her. True, how about we make a litter tonight? No, Suyan rejected his baby-making request again. Xiaomei's robotic voice suddenly echoed in her mind. Warning to the host. You cannot refuse a high-talent male's request to bear children. Refusing will cost you 500 points. Suyan's eyes went wide instantly. Xiaomei spoke in a strictly business-like tone. Reminder for the host. Letting emotions rule is the biggest taboo of the birthing system. Suyan now understood why the birthing system had chosen her. Because she had been betrayed in love before. Her heart was dead as ashes. If she fell into an emotional trap again, and even refused to have children because of it, then the birthing system would likely destroy her outright. And find another host. A chill ran down Suyan's spine. Got it. Suyan pulled her consciousness out of the system. Zulu noticed she was standing there frozen. Her face pale. He asked with concern, what's wrong? Suyan stared blankly ahead as she walked. Her mind a tangled mess. When they neared home, she stopped again. She turned to Zulu behind her and said, I'm ready. Zulu was taken aback. Ready for what? To have kids. Suyan narrowed her eyes at him. A hint of calculation in them. Since Xiaomei herself had told her to have his babies, his talent had to be above yellow rank. Having a litter wouldn't hurt. Plus, kids would be proof that he wasn't Zulu. With the facts right in front of him, it'd be hard for him to keep denying who he was. No matter how much was weighing on Suyan's mind, or how much pressure she was under, she never showed it to her family. I'm back, we won. Ashley said. The day after tomorrow, our whole family is invited to the victory feast. Oro smiled and said sure. Perfect. We can meet some rabbit fur traders while we're there. Zulu grabbed a warm linen cloth and wiped Suyan's hands. I'll get you some fine cotton handkerchiefs later. Those are softer. Better for you. Suyan was curious. Where are you getting those? I have a Peng clan friend in the East District who said he can bring some over. Suyan knew. The Peng clan friend he mentioned was his own connection, not Zulu's. If Zulu had a friend like that, he would have told her already. By the way, you said you have a friend in the East District too. How do you meet? Zulu asked casually. I met him in Senyu Forest. He's a leopard beastman. A flicker passed through Zulu's eyes. What leopard? Male or female? Suyan took a sip of milk. None of your business. With that, she got up and left the table. Zulu picked up the milk she'd left behind and downed it in one go. He did know one leopard beastman, and that one had a little kid around. Once a woman gets pregnant, she can give birth in just 1 month. 3 days after giving birth, she can get pregnant again. All because Suyan had transmigrated into a mouse beast woman and been bound to a vicious pregnancy system. The system could help her get back to Earth, but she had to give birth to earn 100 million points. Even worse, when her fake husband suggested making a baby and Suyan refused, the system, Xiaomei, warned her on the spot. Refuse again and she'd lose 500 points. A chill ran down Suyan's spine. Having babies was the foundation of her deal with the system. If she refused again, she could be erased entirely. Suyan couldn't let emotions get in the way. A hint of calculation in them. Jia Zulu's talent had to be above yellow rank. Having a litter wouldn't hurt. That night, neither of them slept a wink. Su Yan eventually passed out from exhaustion. When she woke up the next day, the first thing she felt was hunger. That hunger meant she was pregnant. With the pregnancy pill the system provided, she always got pregnant on the first try. She quickly asked Jia Zulu, "What happened to those starwing fruits you brought back?" Jia Zulu casually said he threw them away. "You wasteful idiot." Su Yan's vision blurred. "I want rare treasures like the 7-star-wing fruit. Go find some for me right now." Then she told Xiao Wo, "Bring out all the tenderloin meat we have." Hearing this, Xiao Wo suddenly realized something. "You're not pregnant again, are you?" Su Yan nodded helplessly. Jia Zulu, who had only taken 2 steps, stopped. He looked at her belly. "Are you sure?" Su Yan narrowed her eyes. "It was the same last time." "You know that very well." Jia Zulu froze mid-step. "Wait for me, I'll go right now." At most, Su Yan opened the system map. She watched as he left, and instantly disappeared from the map's range. So it was teleportation. Only a Zhuan rank powerhouse could do that. Xiao Wo set a basin of meat in front of Su Yan. "Eat up, sis." Su Yan stared at the raw meat. Normally, she'd never touch it. She'd probably feel sick just looking at it. But now, she was starving. She wanted to shove it all in her mouth at once. As she ate, she checked her current points. After all the spending here and there, she had 1.887 points left. Lifespan 433 days. To be reborn on Earth, she needed 100 million points. Doing the math, even birthing heaven rank cubs, she'd need 1,000 of them. For Zhuan rank, she'd need 100,000. Just thinking about that number was terrifying. "Xiaomei, are there any kids with talent above heaven rank?" "There are. The mortal beasts on this continent rank as heaven, earth, Zhuan, yellow, blue, green, red. Beyond that, there are spirit beasts and divine beasts, mistress. The current pregnancy system is mortal beast level, so it can only produce mortal beasts. Spirit and divine beasts clearly have extremely high talent." Su Yan quickly asked how to upgrade the pregnancy system. Xiaomei didn't answer. Instead, she showed her the pregnancy system server. The real-time evolution data showed mastery level 13%. Su Yan suddenly understood. It was like playing a game and doing quests. Having cubs would level her up and earn points at the same time. Just then, Xiao Wo brought over a bucket of fresh milk. Su Yan quickly drank the whole bucket. Su Yan was exhausted from eating and drinking, but she was still hungry. That meant the golden marrow pill was working. It was starting to boost the cub's talents. Last pregnancy, she at least had some breaks. This time, she didn't even get a moment. Luckily, Jia Zulu came back in time. He was holding a handful of starwing fruits. Su Yan wiped the milk from her lips. "How many are these?" "5, I brought them back for you first. The rest, I asked the clan's bounty hunters to find more." Su Yan couldn't wait and started eating. She didn't even leave the stems or leaves. After eating, she finally let out a burp. Much better. Jia Zulu was stunned. He was worried she might eat herself sick. He felt her forehead and her ears and cheeks. Luckily, there were no abnormal signs. "What else do you want to eat? Tell me." Su Yan smiled. "I'm fine, I need to head to the Beast God Temple. I promised to help Ashley." Jia Zulu immediately said, "I'll go with you." After their intimate night together, his attitude toward Su Yan had clearly changed. Before, Su Yan could do whatever she wanted. Now, everything she did was watched by Jia Zulu. Especially her belly. He was terrified she'd move too much and hurt the baby. Su Yan said helplessly to Jia Zulu, "I'm really fine." She had the pregnancy system. She wouldn't miscarry. The system had her back the whole way. There was no need to worry about miscarriage or premature birth, or any other danger to the baby. But Jia Zulu still wasn't convinced. Once they reached the Beast God Temple, he even took over her work directly. "How about I handle things here? Go grab something to eat. Don't go hungry." Hearing that, Su Yan realized she was actually a bit hungry. "All right, you take care of it then. I'll go ask Ashley for some berries." Jia Zulu reminded her to watch her step. "Don't trip." The wine cellars behind the temple. Jialian was bottling fruit wine. Ashley looked at him, his eyes full of sympathy. This guy, who went through the coming-of-age ceremony with him, had looked more haggard and thinner every time they met. Since entering the mating cave, he couldn't help but feel pity. Jialian short-handed at the nursery. "I can arrange for you to go there." The nursery was where the Shu clan took care of their young. Basically a daycare. No thanks, I still want to get pregnant. No one's going to marry someone with low fertility like me. The mating cave is my only chance. Su-Yan's mom was also a low fertility female in the mating cave. She got pregnant. I can too, Ashley cut him off. Everyone's body is different. Aren't they both Rat Clan? Su-Yan didn't even get her fertility tested at the ceremony. She still had one male and two female cubs. Just then Su-Yan walked in. What are you pretty ladies chatting about? Ashley greeted her warmly right away. Jialian's expression was a bit awkward, but he still raised a hand to Su-Yan. As a greeting, Su-Yan said to Ashley, Jia Zulu's handling my work over there. So I snuck away to grab a snack from you. When Jialian heard Zulu's name, his eyes dimmed with disappointment. A man as handsome and powerful as a god. He could only ever admire him from afar. Su-Yan noticed he looked unwell. Jialian, you look a bit pale. Do you need to rest? Ashley sighed. I originally asked him to help out, so he could take a break. He works too hard back home. Su-Yan knew Jialian worked in the hiring cave. She'd told Xiao Luo and Oro that whenever Jialian came to buy jerky, they should give it to him free. But Jialian never came back to their stall. Jialian lowered his head. I'm not like you guys. You have fathers, brothers, and grandmothers looking after you. And top-tier fertility. In my family, I'm the one who earns. My fertility is the lowest grade. I'm not even good-looking, so I can only survive in the hiring cave. A place you all look down on. Su-Yan was stunned. Ashley froze too. Neither knew what to say. Finally, Su-Yan spoke softly. Jialian, who you end up becoming isn't decided by others. It isn't given by others either. It's up to you. Before my coming-of-age ceremony, I lived in the Senyu forest. No father or brother to rely on. I lived like a wild beast, never knowing where my next meal came from, but I survived. You're the same in the hiring cave. As long as you can support yourself, there's no such thing as high or low. Jialian suddenly let out a laugh. Then his expression turned wild, almost manic. You've got Zulu. You've got a pretty face. And you can bear children. In the Rat Clan, you're the female everyone in the tribe envies most. Even Sister Ashley feels that way. In Brother Lin Lang's heart, you're irreplaceable. If anyone says one bad word about you, he'll flip out and throw hands on the spot. Ashley's expression turned cold. Jialian, are you drunk? Off the wine? Stop talking nonsense. Then she said to Su-Yan, he's talking in his sleep. Don't take it to heart. Let me take you to get some berries. With that, she grabbed Su-Yan and headed out. Su-Yan glanced back at Jialian. I'm fine, he's probably just tired. Go take care of him. Jia Zulu happened to show up. Those hide scrolls are all sorted. I'll take Yan Yan home. Ashley smiled gratefully. Thanks for the help, you've been a lifesaver. I'll pick out the best berries and send them over. After Qiu Yan left, Ashley turned back into the wine cave. Jialian was curled up on the ground, hugging his knees, his body trembling slightly, as if he were crying. Ashley had meant to scold him, but the words died in her throat. She gently patted his bony back. If you want to go to the slaughter park, just tell me anytime. She took a few steps, then stopped. You're right about that. I did envy him once. But now I don't care anymore, because I realized that to me, he's even more important than Lin Lang. Being on good terms with him pays off way more than being his enemy. Our coming-of-age ceremony is over. We're not kids anymore. You said yourself you're the backbone of your family. Life right now isn't just about romance. It's more about survival and making the tribe strong. Stop being stubborn. Face reality. Make the choice that's best for you. Jialian's body stayed completely still. Only after Ashley left the wine cellar did he slowly lift his head. His eyes were full of jealousy and madness. You're all up on your high horses. Everyone fawns over you. All pure and untouchable. You have no idea what Azali's been through. A woman had 3 litters of 5 cubs in for months. And her husband didn't even know, because her husband had been swapped with a different soul. Su-Yan had long figured out he was a fake Zulu, but she didn't know his real identity. Still, she could feel that ever since she got pregnant with his cubs, the fake Zulu had become more and more caring toward her. It wasn't like Zulu's puppy dog obedience. It was more like a possessive CEO who wouldn't take no for an answer. He took care of her every need, day in and day out. Even though she knew he mainly cared about the cubs in her belly, Su-Yan's resistance to him kept fading. But she had a gut feeling. that the fake Zulu would leave after she gave birth. So Suyen had an idea. Before the fake Zulu left, she'd throw a feast to officially make Zulu her first beast husband. It was also a way to give Zulu some closure. The fake Zulu was surprised to hear that. Why the sudden need to make it official? Because everyone throws a feast for it. Ashley and Shava already did theirs. The fake Zulu didn't ask any more questions. Let me handle the preparations. A happy smile spread across Suyen's face. Thank you, Zulu. The next day, the Demon Hunt celebration feast began. Zulu was supposed to be the star of the event. But because Suyen's binge eating episode hit, he went home with her instead. That night, something big happened. The chief's daughter, Rona, was assaulted by a rogue beastman. Her womb was even torn out. When Suyen heard the news, she went to check on her. But she didn't go inside. She worried Rona would get too upset seeing her. Instead, she opened the system map. She could clearly see Rona's condition. She was chatting with Jolyon. What are you doing here? Here to laugh at me? Jolyon's face was full of pity and she even started crying. No matter what, you're still better off than me. I'm a female from the breeding pit. I've seen every kind of animal there is. Rona calmed down a little. Now I don't have a womb. I'm worse than even a low fertility female. From now on, I might end up keeping you company after all. Jolyon glanced at her. Speaking of fertility, Suyen and Mirik came by too. She had this smug look on her face. Seems like she's pregnant again. What? She's pregnant again. Rona's emotions flared up instantly. Blood ran down her legs. Jolyon was just guessing. She had no idea Suyen was actually pregnant. But Suyen saw everything through the system map. The next day, Rona passed away. And her last words were, Suyen, this is all your fault. I'll haunt you even after I'm dead. The Rat clan chief was furious. He wanted to banish the Mirit family from the tribe. When Suyen heard the news, the first person she thought of was Jolyon. She was behind this. Sure enough, after some digging, Suyen found that the rogue beastman was connected to Jolyon. She was the one who gave him the chance to enter the Beast God Temple. But Suyen had no direct proof, so she came up with a plan to make Jolyon confess. She used Jolyon's jealousy against her. She deliberately let her find out she was pregnant again. Jolyon fell for it. Under Suyen's questioning, she blurted out, It should have been you who died, not Rona. That rogue beastman was after you. If you'd been there, Rona never would have been the one. Then she grabbed a wooden stool from the corner and hurled it at Suyen. Her aim was pretty good too. It flew straight at Suyen's head. At the last second, the fake Zulu stepped in front of Suyen. Then the chief and his mate walked in. They'd heard the whole conversation clearly. After wrapping things up, Suyen left with Zulu. Even though the truth was out now, they still decided to move to the Rabbit clan. A few days after arriving, Suyen felt like she was about to give birth. She asked the system, Xiaomei, and found out she had about 4 more hours. Once Zulu knew, he stopped leaving the house. He kept waiting outside. Just then, the old chief came running in a panic. Zulu, your second brother left early yesterday morning. And he still hasn't come back. Go check on him. I'll stay here and keep watch. Fake Zulu hesitated for a moment, then finally nodded. He said to Suyen in the delivery room, Second brother's missing, I'm going to find him. I'll be back before dark. With that, he took one last deep look at the delivery room before leaving. Around dusk, Zulu's second brother was carried back by the clan, covered in blood. He looked pained and full of regret. Zulu got eaten by a demon beast trying to save me. Suyen couldn't believe it. Fake Zulu was so strong and gifted. How could he be dead? We ran into a Zhuan rank demon beast. We were no match for it. Third brother could have escaped on his own. But I held him back. Just then, someone outside shouted, Demon beasts are coming. The beasts outside didn't attack the rabbit beastmen. They headed straight for the delivery room where Suyen was. No beastman on the way could slow them down. Suyen watched the snarling swarm of demon beasts on the system map. And her face went pale with fear. Then she felt a warm rush between her legs. And her vision went dark as she entered the death-like state after childbirth. Congratulations, host, on giving birth to your 5th child. Mother's Talent Scroll, Beast Form, Rabbit Chariot Phoenix Bird. Mother's Talent Scroll, Fire Type Earth Rank Talent. Mother's Talent Scroll, Gold, Moon Enhanced, Quasi Heaven Rank Rule Talent. Mother's Talent Scroll, Beast Form, Ghost Chariot Phoenix Bird. Mother's Talent Scroll, 50,000 bonus points awarded. Mother's Talent Scroll, a big childbirth gift pack. Mother's talent scroll. Suyin couldn't believe the points she was hearing. She quickly opened her stats panel and stared at the points. Yep, it really was 50,000. Earning points this way was way too satisfying. I'm going to have 2 more litters for him. Host, are you heading to the East District? The male who gave birth has already left with the child. Heading to the Eastern Beast World continent. Suyan suddenly remembered something. Wait, so that fake Zulu didn't die? Host, would you like to spend 500 points? To exchange for Zulu's whereabouts? You saw me earning points. So now you want to take them back? Suyan was annoyed that everything cost points. Couldn't she just get some info for free? Xiaomei completely ignored her attitude. If the host doesn't need to exchange, she can leave the system for now. Fine, exchange. If it weren't for the points the 5th baby earned, she wouldn't be so willing to spend them. Xiaomei deducted the 500-point info fee and played a recorded video in front of her. A giant snake with red and black stripes slithered through the forest. In a flash, the snake transformed into a man in a dark robe. He listened closely toward one direction, then vanished instantly. When he reappeared, he saw Zulu locked in battle with a massive ape-like beast. The beast opened its mouth and shot out countless poisonous ice arrows to protect the tribe members behind him. Zulu was hit by several of the poisoned arrows. Despair and unwillingness flickered across his face. But knowing his time was up, he lured the beast deep into the forest, giving the others a chance to escape. The man in the dark robe followed Zulu. In his final moments, Zulu managed to kill the beast. The man in the dark robe appeared and asked, "You seem pretty unwilling to die like this. Any regrets?" Zulu replied bitterly, "My wife is about to give birth. I came to gather star crimson fruit and hunt deer for her. She must be starving at home. I can deliver them for you." The moment he said it, he saw that Zulu had already died. He looked at Zulu. Low-rank beastmen really are something to envy. They can have offspring so easily. Then a wisp of mist drifted out of his body. His original form collapsed as a giant serpent. It crumbled into dust. The mist slipped into Zulu's body. Before long, Zulu opened his eyes. That's where the video ends. The Zulu after that was a fake with a swapped soul. Suyan was confused. If it's Zulu's body, why was the child a ghost chariot phoenix bird? When he mated with you, he switched to his true form. After mating, he switched back to Zulu. So you carried his child. Suyan was speechless. That's a thing? So where's Zulu's body now? It turned to ash, just like Dongli Jun's body. Dongli Jun, you said the serpent form in the video wasn't his true body. He's Dongli Jun of the Serpent Clan. His true form is a ghost chariot phoenix bird of the Avian Clan. Then what's his real name? Ming Lin Yuan. Where did he take my daughter? The eastern region of the Beast World continent. The 1,000-point childbirth system can send the host to the eastern region. She still kept trying to find ways to dock my points. Xiaomei, that's so shady of you. I'm not going. With that, Suyan pulled her consciousness out of the system. The moment she was out, she was plunged back into pitch-black darkness. She lit a small fireball and found herself inside a rectangular stone box. She couldn't believe it. But it was very likely she'd been put in a coffin and buried. Xiaomei, what's going on? After giving birth, the host enters a state of false death. The life timer is paused. They thought I was actually dead? So they buried me? Yes. The host is currently in the Rabbit clan's ancestral burial ground, 20 meters underground. 20 meters, how am I supposed to get out of here? You can use 3 points to escape. But the system suggests the host go straight to the eastern region. Bearing offspring with high talent will earn you more points, so you can return to Earth faster. Suyan knew there was no time to waste, but she still wanted to see the 3 children she'd had with Zulu. Let me see the kids first, then I'll go. Xiaomei said that was fine. Suyan's vision blurred and she left the coffin. When she could see clearly again, she saw 3 little furballs lying on the bed. Suyan was in a transparent state. She touched each little furball one by one, memorizing what they looked like in that moment. Finally, she leaned down and kissed them. Then her figure slowly faded away. At the edge of the eastern region of the Beast World continent, Suyan, due to the cross-region teleport, sat on the grass, dizzy and nauseous. Xiaomei, give me a recovery pill. Exchange complete. The childbirth system received the notice and entered update mode, wishing the host a smooth delivery. Before Suyan could react, the system was updating and temporarily unavailable. Suyan was stunned. Why did the system suddenly update? Xiaomei didn't respond. Just then, a beastman from the Red Fox clan passed by the grass where Suyan was sitting. Seeing Su Yan sitting there motionless, he untied a big sack from his waist, swiftly slipped it over Su Yan, and carried her off. About half an hour later, she was finally set down. Su Yan didn't make any sudden moves. Her biggest backup was the system. Now that the system was down, she had to find a way to protect herself. When the sack was opened, Su Yan saw a fat old woman, holding a blood-stained whip. Beside her stood a sly, handsome young man. He said to the old woman, "How about this female? Can she clear my debt?" Su Yan had been standing stiff as a board, but she let out a scoff at the sly man's words. "Why should I? I was just resting on the grass. And you kidnapped me to pay your debt?" The two, who had thought she was simple-minded, were suddenly startled. "You're not dumb. You're the dumb ones." Su Yan shot back and turned to leave. The old woman raised her whip and lashed the sly man. "You little punk Baikaksen, you dare mess with me? I'll beat you to death today." Baikaksen covered his head and ran toward Su Yan, afraid he'd grab her again. Su Yan spotted a restaurant by the road and ducked inside. She called out to the waiter wiping tables, "I want to eat." If I'd said I was saving someone, the waiter might have hesitated. But if I'm here to eat, that makes me a customer. That makes things way easier. The waiter answered right away. "Sure thing, please have a seat." Then he turned with a stern face toward Baikaksen, chasing after her. "Baikaksen, when are you gonna pay back what you owe us?" "I'll pay it later." Baikaksen said that and ran off again, slinking away like a scared rat. A flicker of sympathy crossed Su Yan's eyes. Everyone he runs into is collecting a debt. No wonder he resorted to kidnapping. She'd owed money before too. To an organized loan shark operation. Her college roommate had scammed her. And she'd gotten tangled up in debt without even realizing it. When the collectors came knocking, they took every penny of her mom's savings and beat her mom so bad she ended up in the hospital. Stuck at the very bottom, she had no way to fight back. Thinking about that, she asked the waiter, "How much does Baikaksen owe you?" "Not much, just 200 red coins." Su Yan pulled out a few red coins and set them on the table. "Go bring him back for me. Tell him I'm buying him a meal." The waiter pocketed the coins and happily agreed. Soon Baikaksen followed the waiter back into the restaurant. "I'm sorry, please forgive me. Just let me off this once. I swear I'll never do anything like that again." "I can tell. You must have been desperate from the debt. Ready to do anything." Baikaksen gave a bitter smile full of pain. "I used to be a peddler, going door to door. Small business, but enough to get by. Then my mom got sick and it drained all our money. I'm drowning in debt. And in the end, I still couldn't save her." That hit Su Yan right where it hurt. She was most worried about her mom too. "How much do you owe?" Baikaksen stared at her in shock. "With interest, it's about 300,000 red coins." Su Yan pulled out a handful of crystal coins from her space. "Is this enough to buy your life?" Baikaksen's eyes went wide. "Who are you? How do you have this much money?" Su Yan didn't answer. She couldn't exactly say it was her burial goods. Once the food arrived, the fragrant roast duck and fresh fish made Su Yan realize the East District was the place to be. It was like Earth's dynastic era here. She immediately invited Baikaksen to eat with her. But then Baikaksen asked to borrow money from her, saying he wanted to take the exam for the Imperial Divine Beast Academy. Su Yan was really interested in the academy. There had to be plenty of talented males there. "I don't know if I can get in. But the academy is basically all males. There are no female students." "Why?" "Even when females have talent, it's really low. They can't pass the entrance exam." Hearing that only made Su Yan want to go more. "What if I really want to go? Is there a way into the academy?" "There is one way. I have yellow tier wind affinity. If I get accepted and pay the academy a sponsorship fee, I can bring one attendant with me. Then that's what we'll do." Su Yan slammed the table. Decision made. Baikaksen felt like he was dreaming. He kidnapped a woman right off the street. Little did he know, it would change his fate forever. Soon, the two set off for the imperial capital. On the way, they passed through a forest. Su Yan asked curiously, "What's that place?" "That's Jianyuan Beast Forest, ranked second on the Beast World continent. It borders Senyu, which is ranked third." Hearing about Senyu Beast Forest, Su Yan thought of her first child, the golden-eyed Black Panther. "Do you know about the golden-eyed Black Panthers?" The golden-eyed Black Panthers are nobles of the imperial capital, one of the top 10 beast clans in the Eastern District. "I heard the chief of the golden-eyed Black Panther clan has heaven-tier talent and has trained it to the peak." Su Yan silently admired that talent. He was worthy of being her child's father. But she already had a golden-eyed Black Panther cub. Better not mess with that clan. Bai Cakeson had a question on his mind. Sister Su, why do you want to go to the Divine Beast Academy? Su Yan said calmly. To see the elites of the Beast World continent. And maybe pick one up. Bai Cakeson was stunned. This sister was actually serious. 3 days later, they arrived at the imperial capital. The first thing on Su Yan's mind was the local food. She asked Bai Cakeson if he knew any good places to eat. There's a bun called the imperial capital's finest. Sister Su should try it. After a quick inquiry, they found the bun shop. Unfortunately, by the time they got there, they just sold out. Su Yan was pretty disappointed. Suddenly, someone handed her a paper bag. Want one? The speaker was a tall young man. He had flowing, pale blue hair. His eyes were icy blue, cold and clear. His features were sharp as if carved. Su Yan blinked her long, alluring lashes. What's your talent? Rongwu had never met a female who asked about a man's talent so directly. Still want the buns? If your talent's good, I can make you some buns. Bai Cakeson's face changed and he yanked Su Yan away. Of course, he didn't forget to grab the paper bag of buns. Thanks, young Master Rong. Bai Cakeson pulled Su Yan into a hidden corner. He hissed, Are you crazy? No, I'm perfectly fine. My gut tells me. He's a pretty solid guy. You know him? Bai Cakeson took a deep breath. His name's Rongwu. His talent is Earth-tier water affinity. I don't know him personally, but his blue eyes and blue hair are too famous. Su Yan savored the memory of Rongwu's face. He really is memorable. Suddenly, an idea struck her. Is Rongwu studying at the Divine Beast Academy? Definitely. With his background, talent, and strength, he definitely got in without an exam. Su Yan asked Bai Cakeson again. When do the entrance exams start? Enrollment doesn't officially start for another month. Before the exam, I want to find a place to work. Su Yan had worked plenty of jobs back on Earth. She'd tried her hand at all kinds of work. What do you want to do? I don't have any special skills, so I can only find some entry-level work. Dishwasher at a restaurant, cleaner at a circus, mover stuff like that. How about that? Su Yan pointed at an inn up ahead that was for sale. I'll buy it. You'll be the manager. We need a place to stay anyway. And the Sacred Beast Academy admissions season is coming up. Plenty of students will be coming to the capital for the exams. Where there are people, there's business. This inn is gonna make us a nice profit. Bai Cakeson was more and more impressed, especially by her business sense. Sister Su, you're amazing. Su Yan ended up buying the inn for 2 mid-grade crystal coins. She had Bai Cakeson go with the owner to handle the paperwork and find a renovation crew while he was at it, to give the inn a full makeover inside and out. When she heard the renovation would take half a month, Su Yan shared her design ideas with Bai Cakeson. You'll oversee it from here. I want to go into seclusion to level up my talent. Bai Cakeson stared at her in shock. You have a talent, didn't I tell you? A small fireball flickered at Su Yan's fingertip. Fire element. Bai Cakeson was stunned. Oh my god, then you can take the entrance exam too. Su Yan shook her head. I'm only at green rank. Even red rank gets in easily. The Sacred Beast Academy hasn't had a fire element student in 5 years. Alright, then we'll take the exam together. If I don't get in, I can still be your attendant. Double insurance, better safe than sorry. Back in her room, Su Yan took a scroll out of her system space. This scroll was her reward after giving birth. A talent scroll only she could use. When she opened it, it contained a yellow rank fire talent. Since the system was updating, even though Su Yan knew the scroll held a yellow rank talent, she'd have to wait for Xiao Mei to recover before she could activate it. Since even her cultivation required the system to work, so there was no point wasting time on closed-door training. She left her room and wandered around. She went to the tea shop across from the inn. She sat by the window. Suddenly, someone shouted urgently, Stop running! Everyone, help me catch it! Su Yan looked over curiously. Everything went dark. Something smacked right into her face. A young, excited cry rang out against her face. Su Yan was about to scold it, but the sound felt oddly familiar. She froze for a second. She reached up and peeled it off her face. Su Yan looked at the chubby little black panther in her hands. Its perfect golden slit eyes were stunning. Just then, a man came running over. Sorry, this little panther just came into our pet shop. Still being trained. Sorry to startle you, miss. Our shop would like to apologize and make it up to you. Su Yan gave him a look. How do you prove this panther is from your shop? Su Yan thought of her first cub. So she brought him back to the inn. She gave him a warm bath with cub-specific shampoo and fed him some vitamins to boost his immunity. These were all from the birthing gift pack. After eating, the little panther dozed off, purring softly. Su Yan watched it lying on her bed, completely without a hint of weariness. A gentle smile spread across her face. She thought of her first child again, wondering where it was now. Probably still in the Senyu Beast Forest. The Senyu Beast Forest was huge. She could teleport there through the system. That big black panther couldn't have gotten far with a cub. Bai Cakeson stood at the door and knocked softly. Sister Su, the little panther's family is here. Su Yan felt a pang of reluctance. She walked to the window and looked down. A massive black panther stood in the courtyard. His golden, sun-like vertical pupils stared at her intently. If he weren't so huge and the timing weren't off, Su Yan would have almost thought it was him. Who are you to the little panther? Father. The word boomed like thunder from the sky. Su Yan quickly raised her hand to stop him from talking. She asked Bai Cakeson what was going on. Bai Cakeson replied. He said his kid snuck out on his own, got spotted by beast traffickers on the street, and was caught and sold to a pet shop. Su Yan turned and walked back to the bed. She scooped up the little panther. She really didn't want to let go. The little guy was so chubby and fun. As much as Su Yan hated to part with him, she carried the cub out the door. After all, that big guy downstairs clearly wasn't someone to mess with. The panther saw the little one wasn't hurt. He slowly lowered his head, signaling Su Yan to place the cub on top of it. But Su Yan, on a whim, reached out and stroked his massive head. Had great fur. Even better than your son's. The panther opened his mouth and gently took the cub from her arms. Then he pulled out a money pouch and tossed it to her. Finally, he left with the little panther. Su Yan opened the money pouch in her hand. It held at least 100 crystal coins. She thought it was the panther's thank you gift. But it was actually his tribute. In the beast world, females are born frail, so they need males for protection and support. Even when he wasn't around, the support money never stopped. A few days later, Wanfongin opened for business. Su Yan personally handed out opening gifts at the entrance. Every gift box had a Wanfongin ad on it. The tea house across the street faced the window-side private rooms of Wanfongin. A little black panther was clinging to the window. It let out a howl at Su Yan. Hearing it, Su Yan said, I'll play with you once I'm done here. Then she headed back inside the inn. Seeing that, the little panther's ears drooped and it lost all its energy. A pair of long, slender hands scooped it into an embrace, gently stroking it. She didn't recognize you. Don't sneak over here anymore. She worked until all the guests had left. Only then did Su Yan remember what she'd forgotten. Oh no, I promised to play with the little panther. With that, she ran toward the tea house across the street. Just as she reached the top of the stairs on the second floor, a figure in dark robes blocked her path. Su Yan stopped and looked up. The man's long black hair fell like a waterfall to his waist. His golden eyes slanted upward at the corners. His handsome face was flawless. Su Yan's mind went blank for a second. Let me get by. Seeing her look at him like a stranger, he frowned deeply. You don't remember me. Su Yan thought for a moment, then shook her head. A man this handsome. If she'd seen him before, she definitely wouldn't forget. Sorry, you might have the wrong person. I need to get through. Su Yan found the little panther curled up on a soft chair, looking all sad and abandoned like a poor little thing. Su Yan's heart melted instantly. I'm here, Big Sis came to play with you. The little panther heard her voice and perked right up. His long tail wagged like crazy. Su Yan picked him up and couldn't help but smile. All the stress and busyness of the day melted away. Suddenly, a man's voice spoke up. His name was Pei Yunchong, nicknamed Xiaohao. Su Yan turned and saw the man from the stairwell. I'm his father, Pei Zhuan. He walked over and said to the little panther, time to head home. The little panther didn't want to leave Su Yan. She patted his round, adorable head. Go with your dad. I still have a lot of work to do. We'll play another day. Pei Zhuan reached out and took the little panther from her. We live at 1 King Beast Street. If you want to see him, come by any time. Su Yan agreed readily. But Pei Zhuan could tell she probably wouldn't come. He thought for a moment, then added, come play with him for a day on the 1st of every month. I'll pay 10 crystal coins. Su Yan was stunned. What did you say? Pei Zhuan thought she wanted more. You can name your price. No, you don't need to pay me. I can come play with him. As long as I'm free, that is. Then she pulled a bottle of vitamins from her system space and handed them to Pei Zhuan. One a day, good for bone development. Pei Zhuan looked at her face. Tomorrow is the first. Su Yan paused. I'll come tomorrow. The next day, Su Yan arrived at No. 1 Beast King Street. Before she could even knock, Xiao Hao came bursting out. Pei Zhuan followed right behind and said to Su Yan, "He's got a good nose. That's nice. So, any plans today, Mr. Pei?" Pei Zhuan was caught off guard. "Just call me Pei Zhuan." "Alright, I'm Su Yan. You can call me Su Ji too." Pei Zhuan didn't dwell on the name thing. "I don't have any plans today. Let's head inside and sit down first." Su Yan patted Xiao Hao's head. "Then I'll take a look around your place." Past the gate was a huge lake. Flowers and plants were blooming on the water's surface. Pei Zhuan looked at the lake. That's where Xiao Hao bathes. It's fed by natural spring water. Su Yan glanced at Xiao Hao in her arms. The little guy had been perfectly still since jumping into her arms, with no intention of getting down at all. "You can stay here if you want. There are plenty of empty rooms. I have an inn. I'm not short on places to stay. By the way, where's your wife?" Pei Zhuan stopped and turned to look at her. "Once a male has a child, the female who bore it becomes his wife. Unless she dies, or clearly says she doesn't want him as her beast husband, he can never be with another female for the rest of his life." Su Yan was stunned. She never expected there to be a rule like that. Then she looked back at Pei Zhuan. "What does that have to do with Xiao Hao's mom?" Xiao Hao let out a little whimper and wrapped his arms around her neck, cuddling up to her hard. Pei Zhuan heard Xiao Hao's whiny little noises, and the corner of his mouth twitched. "She's dead." Su Yan's face froze. "Sorry." "It's fine, she probably wouldn't care." Then Pei Zhuan led her to a cliff. To reach the mansion up in the mountains, they'd have to climb the cliff first. Pei Zhuan reached out to Su Yan. "I'll take you up." Su Yan placed her hand in his. His warm, burning palm sent a jolt through her body. "What's your rank?" The question came from pure instinct, without a single thought behind it. The baby-making system was constantly pushing her to have kids. Whenever she met a suitable male, her body automatically went into mission mode. Pei Zhuan looked at her. "Half-spirit rank." "Half-spirit, what's that?" Su Yan had never heard of a half-spirit talent before. "Isn't it just heaven, earth, mystic, yellow, blue, green, red?" After heaven rank comes spirit rank. Half-spirit is the beginner level of spirit rank. Su Yan's eyes lit up. "Oh my god. Why would I even need the Divine Beast Academy?" Right in front of her was a perfectly suitable male. Warning to the host. The mortal beast baby-making system has not evolved to spirit beast level. You cannot have children above your rank. Xiao Mei's cold voice suddenly rang out, dousing the excitement that had just sparked in her. Su Yan hadn't heard Xiao Mei's voice in a long time. She actually kind of missed it. "Is the system update done?" "Yes, host. The baby-making system is now fully functional. But the male in front of you can't have children with you yet. Keep him as a backup. Keep looking for other mortal beast level males." Su Yan let out a sigh. Such a great male and she couldn't use him. Xiao Mei spoke to Su Yan. "The system store has new items. Host, you should take a look." Su Yan happily opened it right away. Beast nurturing pill to 1 point each. Randomly boosts a young beast's talent. Can be taken up to 3 times. Su Yan immediately exchanged for 3. When her consciousness left the system, she realized they'd already reached the mountain. Xiao Hao was asleep in her arms. Su Yan looked at Pei Zhuan. "I have a gift for Xiao Hao. If you're okay with it. As long as he likes it." Pei Zhuan didn't object. "It's something to eat." "Fine." Pei Zhuan still didn't object. Su Yan smiled. "Not afraid I'll poison your precious son?" Pei Zhuan looked at her. "You wouldn't." Su Yan took out 3 beast nurturing pills. "These are for young beasts. They boost talent, though how much depends on luck." Pei Zhuan grabbed Xiao Hao and fed them to him. Suddenly, a burst of lightning erupted from Xiao Hao's body. Su Yan was startled. She quickly asked Xiao Mei what was happening. "His talent is evolving. The young beast is in no danger." Since it was just an evolution, Su Yan had nothing to worry about. She just waited nearby to see the final result. But Pei Zhuan was really worried. This was his one and only cub. In the beast world, the stronger a male's talent, the harder it is to have offspring. And besides, Pei Zhuan glanced at Su Yan. She probably wouldn't want to have another one with him. 7 months ago in Senyu Beast Forest, after Su Yan gave birth to Xiao Hao, she lay completely still. Then Pei Zhuan's tribulation clouds arrived. This was his final heavenly tribulation to evolve from a mortal beast to a spirit beast. He looked at Su Yan. "Wait for me here for a bit." Once I survive the tribulation, I'll come back for you. I'll find a way to bring you back. Even if I have to make a deal with the god of death. He then covered Suyan with a lightning barrier and picked up the newborn Black Panther cub. It needed body heat to stay warm or it might not survive. After Page Juan left, a dark crank beast discovered Suyan. It crept closer, drooling. The lightning barrier suddenly activated and started attacking. The beast was too tempted by Suyan to leave. It fought against the lightning barrier. Finally, the barrier burst apart, unleashing one final strike. The beast was blown to ashes. All that was left was a single gray-brown high-grade crystal coin. When Suyan woke up, she couldn't find the Black Panther or her cub. She left with regret and sadness on her face. Not long after she left, Page Juan, now successfully evolved to Spirit Beast level, came back with the little Black Panther. But all that was left on the ground was a single high-grade crystal. After staying there for 2 days, Page Juan took Xiaohao back to the East District. Back to the present. After observing for a moment, Page Juan realized Xiaohao wasn't hurt at all. In fact, his talent level was rising rapidly. So he asked Suyan where she got that pill. I got it by pure chance. A cub under 1 year old can have at most 3 pills. I don't have any more than that. These cost points to get. She couldn't afford to waste them. If it weren't for that little Black Panther bonding with her, she wouldn't have spent those points. Page Juan understood what she meant. No one else will ever know about this. If others found out she had pills that could boost talent, she'd be targeted and in serious danger. He'd already gotten her killed once. He didn't know how she came back. But he would never let her die again under his watch. The lightning around Xiaohao slowly faded. Page Juan stared at Xiaohao in shock. He'd actually reached the heaven rank. Suddenly, he spoke to Suyan very seriously. I owe you a big favor. Suyan smiled. No need, I have a little Black Panther son too. But I've never seen him. He probably looks a lot like Xiaohao. So I'm missing my own son through him. Page Juan's gaze on her grew deeper. From now on, I'm at your service. It's really nothing. But I might need your help with something later. Page Juan clasped his fists. It's a deal. Suyan studied him. The more she looked, the more she thought he was a solid male. She decided she'd ask him to help her have a child someday. Xiaohao was still fast asleep after his talent boost. So Suyan went to the room to sleep with him. When she woke up, Page Juan had dinner ready. Nearly 100 dishes made Suyan a little embarrassed. This is way too much. She picked up a piece of steamed fish. Little did she know, Page Juan was watching to see what she'd eat first. Noting her food preferences, suddenly a sweet female voice rang out. Brother Juan, I'm here to play with Xiaohao. Page Juan was annoyed. He signaled a servant to attend to her properly. Then he left. Suyan kept munching on ribs. Who was that? Your chief didn't look too happy. The servant replied it was the chief's cousin. Her true form was a leopard-fox hybrid beastman. I remember someone told me. You chief is the last pure-blooded golden-eyed Black Panther. Now there's the young chief, so not just one anymore. Golden-eyed Black Panthers are born at the heaven rank. They're very hard to breed. Even ultra-fertile females struggle to carry their young. The chief was bought with the old chief's life. Suyan asked curiously how. At the Beast God Temple. He sacrificed his remaining lifespan and Beast King blood to the God of Life rules to beg for an heir. Suyan was shocked. Isn't that too big a price? Is having a kid really that hard? Then she thought of Xiaohao. So is Xiaohao also your chief's? No. The young chief was brought back by the chief half a year ago. While traveling through the forest of beasts, he's a pure-blooded golden-eyed Black Panther. Suyan froze. Half a year ago, Senyu Beast Forest. What a coincidence. She went back into the system space. Xiaomei, let me ask you something. Is Xiaohao my first child? Xiaomei answered right away. Yes. Suyan was completely stunned. No wonder Page Juan asked her that question at the tea house. But she really had never seen his face before. Back then, he wasn't just barely hanging on. His whole upper body was a bloody mess. If she hadn't needed to get pregnant fast to save her own life, Suyan never would have gone through with it. But wait, wasn't his talent only at the half-spirit level? How did she end up having Xiaohao with him? His injuries back then were from surviving a tribulation. His cultivation had been suppressed to around the mystic rank. That's why the host was able to bear a mystic rank child. Only after passing the tribulation did he evolve to half-spirit. Suyan couldn't help but sigh. So she just caught him at the right moment. So Xiaohao really was her child. No wonder he was so attached to her. Page Juan must have known and recognized her all along. But he never told her. Was he afraid she'd take the kid? Su Yan forgot about dinner and went straight to Xiao Hao's room. Watching the little guy sleep soundly, she picked him up and kissed him. Then, in the next instant, she put him into the system space. Then she transformed into a little white mouse. She opened the system map and slipped away through the most hidden corners and back alleys. If he could secretly take the kid away, then so could she. Time for him to taste what it's like to lose a child. Su Yan snuck out of the city. She let the now awake Xiao Hao out of the space. Xiao Hao shook his chubby little body and let out a little howl, wagging his tail happily. With his talent boosted to the heaven rank, the little guy was full of energy. He circled around Su Yan's beast form, totally fascinated. Su Yan was speechless. What's this kid up to? He's not thinking about eating me, is he? Mom, you're so tiny. Xiao Hao suddenly spoke in human words. Su Yan was taken aback. You can talk? Huh? Yeah. How am I speaking human language? Xiao Hao was just as curious. Su Yan had to ask Xiao Mei why. It's one of the traits of a heaven rank cub. Even before reaching maturity, they can speak human words. The moment it speaks in front of others, everyone will know it has heaven rank talent. Su Yan worried Xiao Hao might get targeted. Last time, he'd been sold by beast traders. If he could talk now, wouldn't that make him an even bigger target? So she told Xiao Hao, from now on, pretend to be mute in front of others, got it? If bad people find out you're a heaven rank cub, they'll capture you. Then you'd never see your mom again. Xiao Hao panicked. No. I don't want to leave mom. Su Yan quickly reassured him. I'm just saying you need to be careful. If you don't talk, no one will find out. From now on, I'll only talk to mom. I know a great place. Let me show you, mom. Meanwhile, Page Juan returned to the room. He found Su Yan and their son both gone. His first instinct was that she'd taken the kid. But he quickly dismissed that thought. Even if she could turn into a little white mouse and stay hidden, how did Xiao Hao get out? Ever since Xiao Hao ran off last time, Page Juan had set up layers of barriers around the house. If Xiao Hao left, he'd be the first to know. Could someone have taken them both? Page Juan's face darkened instantly, because that was the only possibility left. To take someone right under his nose without a sound. Only two people in the whole capital could do it. One is the Beast Emperor. The other is his personal steward, Yu Zhong. Yu Yan is also at the half-spirit level. And the Beast Emperor is already at the peak of the spirit realm. Page Juan immediately headed to the Beast Emperor's palace to find him. Su Yan was brought by Xiao Hao to a dense forest. She opened the system map and saw no one around. She turned back into human form and asked Xiao Hao where this was. The Beast Emperor's Forest Sea Garden. Dad often brings me here to bathe. Su Yan instantly went on alert. The Beast Emperor's private garden? Then this counts as forbidden ground, right? We won't get caught for trespassing, will we? Sweetie, maybe we should just leave. We shouldn't wander onto someone's territory. Xiao Hao happily kept running ahead. It's right up ahead, Mom. Soon a natural hot spring lake appeared before them. Misty vapor rose from the surface. The crystal clear water made her whole body itch to jump in. She just wanted to dive in and wash away the fatigue. Xiao Hao dove headfirst into the water, then started splashing around having a blast. Seeing how happy it was, Su Yan figured they couldn't leave anytime soon. So she opened the system map again to check if anyone was nearby. Big mistake. The next second, her whole body went stiff from head to toe. Less than 3 steps behind her, a living person stood there. Phoenix eyes and violet pupils stared at her with keen interest. Even though the man was extremely handsome, that didn't stop Su Yan from being terrified by his ghostly behavior. With a fearful look, Su Yan glanced at Xiao Hao splashing in the water. Xiao Hao was still calling to her. Mom, come play. What a waste of a heaven-tier talent. He never even noticed the person behind her. But in Xiao Hao's eyes, there was no one behind her at all. Luckily, only Su Yan could see the system map. The other party had no idea she'd spotted him. She fought to keep her panic under control. Xiao Hao, wait for mommy, Su Yan said, taking a big step forward. When the person behind her didn't move, she stepped straight into the water. She swam quickly toward Xiao Hao, grabbed him and pulled him into the system space. Then she told Xiao Mei to teleport. The next instant, her figure vanished from the hot spring. And in the spot where there was only air, a man suddenly appeared. It was the same man Su Yan had seen on the map. His eyes were full of curiosity. So I got caught. Just then, Page Juan descended from the sky and landed beside him. He quickly caught the lingering traces of Su Yan and Xiao Hao in the air. His eyes turned red in an instant. Ziqi, hand them over. Beast Emperor Ziqi watched him, all frantic and red-eyed, and gave him a teasing look. Your son. First tell me why his talent suddenly became heaven tier. Peijuan's face grew darker and darker. Don't make me use force. A faint smile curled at Ziqi's lips. Perfect, let's see how far you've evolved. Su Yan, who had teleported away with Xiaohao, could still see the forest garden in the distance. Suddenly, thunder rumbled and lightning crackled, exploding densely above the forest garden. Su Yan instinctively flinched. That was close, good thing we ran. Then she continued toward the Tianyuan beast forest. She needed to give the little one some special training. As for what happened in the forest garden, Su Yan couldn't care less. She always believed in staying out of harm's way. Less curiosity means a longer life. A father beast who lost his son is terrifying. Even the Beast King wouldn't dare go head-to-head with Peijuan. They fought until the sky darkened, leaving the forest garden in ruins. Only then did Ziqi, heartbroken, propose a truce. He revealed that a rat clan female had teleported away with Xiaohao. Peijuan instantly teleported to Wanfangin. He asked Bai Keixin if he'd seen Su Yan. His whole presence was fierce and violent. Bai Keixin nervously replied, Didn't she go to King Beast Street? She hasn't come back yet. Did she mention any place she was interested in? Or somewhere she wanted to go? Bai Keixin honestly thought back on his journey with Su Yan. She seemed pretty interested in the Tianyuan Beast Forest. We would have gone there if we weren't worried about missing academy enrollment. Peijuan didn't hesitate and took off. Meanwhile, in the Beast Forest, Xiaohao was running with his tail between his legs, yelling, Mom, help! Right behind him chased a ferocious giant demon spider. Su Yan sat high up in a tree, munching on a bunch of wild berries. She didn't even look at the poor kid being chased by the demon spider. She was even happily chatting with the system. Xiao Mei, what's this giant spider's talent? Dark tier earth element. Su Yan sat up straight. What? Then my big boy's in trouble? No matter how strong the talent. Without training, it's like a gun with no bullets. Why didn't you say so? I'm going down to help my son. Su Yan was about to climb down. Xiao Mei added, since the mistress wants to train him, why not let him handle it himself first? That's my own son. How can I let him risk his life? Xiao Mei went quiet. But soon, the system shop interface popped up in front of Su Yan. Substitute talisman minus 100 points. Can block one fatal attack for the mistress's cub. Su Yan found the price hard to swallow. That's way too expensive. Aren't cub-related items usually just 1 point? This is a substitute talisman, basically an extra life. Giving birth isn't easy for the mistress. Whether to give your cub another shot at life is up to you. And if it's never used, you can refund it anytime. Oh, that's good. But can I know what's happening? And since he's in danger, is there a teleport option to get him out fast? You can add teleport to system space, but that costs an extra 50 points. That works perfectly. I'll get a substitute talisman for all my kids. If they don't use it, I can refund it anytime. If they do, it's an extra life. I worked hard to have these cubs, gotta protect them. After getting the talismans, Su Yan's worries vanished. She calmly went back to eating fruit. Xiaohao had nowhere left to run. A thin layer of purple gold lightning crackled over his body. He bared a mouthful of milky white sharp teeth and charged straight at the spider beast. In a few leaps, he was on its back. And the purple gold lightning had a numbing effect. Everywhere he jumped, the spider's movement slowed way down. The spider beast knew it had underestimated him. The gap in talent and the elemental counter made even escaping nearly impossible. Su Yan said to Xiao Mei, my oldest son is so impressive. Now even Zhuan rank beasts are no match for him. The moment she said that, Su Yan's vision blurred, and she vanished from the tree branch. Right after she left, Peijuan arrived. He'd sensed Xiaohao's purple gold lightning from far away. He came straight here. He watched Xiaohao spit out a finger-thick bolt of purple gold lightning. It shot straight into the spider beast. The spider beast stopped moving completely. Peijuan watched his son kill a Zhuan rank beast. He was too shocked to say a word. He picked up Xiaohao and held him tight against his chest. His anxious, terrified heart finally began to settle. Xiaohao looked at his father, thrilled. Dad, look, I killed a beast. Hey, where's Mom? Peijuan's face darkened at the mention of Su Yan. She probably went back to the inn. The Divine Beast Academy starts tomorrow. Your mom has to take the entrance exam. Peijuan made up an excuse for his son. Xiaohao was still young, so a few words were enough to calm him down. At Wanfang Inn, Su Yan stood in her room. Her face was grim. Xiao Mei, What did you do? This teleport was Xiaomei acting on her own. But she still got points deducted. The system detected killing intent from the father beast. To ensure the host's safety, it activated an emergency teleport to escape. Here, a woman can marry 9 husbands, and the kids are raised entirely by the males. If a female takes the kids without permission, it can trigger the father beast's killing intent. To a father beast, the female who gives birth is just a tool for reproduction. After hearing Xiaomei's explanation, Su Yan was furious. Why should I? They're the ones who are just baby-making tools. Xiaomei suddenly spoke up, detecting strong emotional fluctuations in host, initiating emotional cache wipe. The next second, Su Yan froze in place. A wave of indescribable sadness washed over her. But it vanished just as quickly. The next day, Su Yan went with Bai Keixin to take the entrance exam. They arrived at the gates of the Divine Beast Academy. A long line of students had already formed. They chatted idly about this year's entrance exam. I heard the little princess is taking the exam this year too. The Beast Emperor even changed the admission rules because of her. Any female with mid to upper fertility can get in now. Wait, I heard the little princess isn't the Beast Emperor's biological daughter. She's the posthumous child of the Beast Emperor's brother. Everyone knows that. The Beast Emperor's talent is too powerful. None of his 3,000 concubines could bear him an heir. After listening for a while, Su Yan picked up one key piece of info. She had to take a fertility test first, before she could take the entrance exam. So she told Bai Keixin to keep waiting in line, and headed over to the fertility testing station. As she approached, she heard an angry shout. Impossible! I clearly have supreme fertility. How did it drop to upper level? The voice belonged to Sun Manru, the half-blood cousin of Pei Zhuan. Lady Sun, if you have doubts, you can get tested elsewhere. But the academy only accepts this result. Sun Manru was about to argue, when someone else cut her off. Manru, that's enough. Thank you, teacher, we'll head to registration now. Very well, princess, take care. Su Yan walked in. She saw a girl in an apricot yellow dress. That must be the Beast King's youngest princess. From what Bai Keixin and the others said, her name is Ziqiaoer. The little princess was a bit plump. By Western District standards, that body type was ideal for childbirth. The two of them noticed Su Yan too. Her delicate, radiant face made them a little wary. But then they saw how thin she was. Clearly not someone with good fertility. So they stopped worrying about her. Su Yan ignored them both. She placed her hand on the female stone. The stone didn't react at all. Su Yan thought to herself, another dud as expected. The testing teacher was a refined middle-aged man. He said to Su Yan politely, no fertility. This is the first time I've seen this. So what talents do you have? Su Yan remembered she still had a talent scroll unused. So she said to Xiaomei, I want to use that yellow rank fire scroll to boost my talent. Yes, host? Boost complete. Su Yan answered the teacher's question with action. She channeled the fire energy in her body. A bright, blazing fireball appeared at her fingertip. The teacher's eyes went wide. Fire element. Su Yan nodded. But my talent is pretty low. The teacher immediately stood up. My name is Zong, I'm the earth element teacher. Come with me. He led her to the talent testing hall. Old Huang, hold on a second. I've got a student here, test her first. Teacher Wang didn't like this kind of favoritism and line jumping. But they were colleagues, so he had to give face. Just this once, there are plenty more after this. Just this one. Teacher Zong said to Su Yan. Place your hand on the talent pillar. Release your talent essence power. The pillar ranks from lowest to highest. Red, green, blue, yellow, mystic, earth, heaven. Thank you, Teacher Zong. Su Yan placed her hand on the talent testing pillar. She slowly released her fire essence. A red flame climbed up the pillar. The testing hall buzzed with chatter. Oh my god, she's fire element. It's been years since we've seen one. And it's yellow rank. Which great family is she from? Teacher Huang was stunned too. He grabbed Teacher Zong. Where did you find her? This year's recruitment was worth it. Teacher Zong told him to calm down. Then he personally took Su Yan to registration. On the way, Teacher Zong laughed. Yellow rank fire with no fertility. You were born the wrong gender, weren't you? Su Yan felt a little embarrassed. Maybe. Teacher Zong looked at her with anticipation. With your yellow rank talent essence. If it weren't for fire, you'd still have to more tests. Su Yan was curious what those two tests were. One is the written exam. The academy gives applicants a set of study materials. You have 7 days to study them on your own. Then you take the written test. The other is a practical test. Academy teachers and senior students personally escort you to the Qianyuan Beast Forest. Complete a 10-day trial mission. And it could be life-threatening. Su Yan suddenly felt a little grateful for her talent ability. It meant she could skip the practical test. I suggest the host take the practical test. Xiao Mei's voice suddenly rang out. Why? Su Yan had a bad feeling about this. The host needs to get pregnant as soon as possible. And among the new students, there's a male with top-tier talent you shouldn't miss. Did you not hear about the life-threatening part? The pregnancy system protects the host in every way. Any danger is predicted by the system in advance. And the host's safety is guaranteed. Is there really no way to refuse? Wishing the host good luck conceiving, Su Yan said helplessly to Teacher Zong. Since I passed the test based on my talent, I want to keep going with the other two tests too. I don't want people talking behind my back. Teacher Zong was stunned. This is a direct admission with no tests needed. I've decided I'm taking the tests, Su Yan answered firmly. But inside, she was cursing. She hated putting herself in danger. Teacher Zong grew even more impressed with her. Alright, I understand. Since you want to take the next two tests, let me introduce you to my best student. Just stick with him. And you'll definitely be safe. 3 days later, she went back to the Divine Beast Academy. Teacher Zong led her into the main teaching building. At Teacher Zong's desk sat a young man with his legs crossed. The moment she saw him, Xiao Mei's excited voice rang out in Su Yan's mind. Host, his talent is top tier. Su Yan knew exactly what she meant. Get him. Right. Xiao Mei was very pleased with Su Yan's attitude. Just then, Teacher Zong said with a smile. This is Zong Xili. He's the most talented student I've ever taught. This is Su Yan, a new student this year. You're in charge of taking her to the practical test. Su Yan gave a polite bow. Thank you, Senior Xili. Zong Xili nodded. Let's go. Su Yan bowed again to thank Teacher Zong, then followed Zong Xili out. The sky outside had turned gloomy. Like a heavy rain could hit at any moment. Zong Xili glanced back at Su Yan, and for some reason asked, How old are you? A smile curled at the corner of Su Yan's mouth. Have a baby with me and I'll tell you. The man's face turned red. He'd probably never met a female this direct. Someone who straight up asked to have kids with him. But Su Yan was just as helpless. She'd transmigrated to the Shanxi continent and been bound to a baby-making system. She had to have babies to earn points. The higher the baby's talent, the more points she got. The moment she laid eyes on Senior Zong Xili, the system screamed in her head. Host, get him. His talent is top tier. So when Zong Xili asked how old she was, she blurted out, Wanna have a baby with me? Zong Xili froze. Su Yan didn't rush him for an answer. Take your time. Give me your answer after the second test, though I'd prefer you show me with actions. With that, she headed toward the teleportation array. She hadn't gone far before Zong Xili blocked her path. I accept. Accept what? Su Yan didn't catch on at first. Xiao Mei was getting anxious. Having a baby. Lock him down now. He's about to enter the half-spirit realm. After that, it won't be possible anymore. Su Yan snapped to attention and grabbed Zong Xili. Let's skip the combat test. Zong Xili's neck turned red. Let's finish the test first. It's just catching a few beasts. I'll help you. We'll have time after. Just then, the test instructor began explaining the task. Beasts are the enemies of every tribe on the Beast continent. They come from the other side of our world, the Dark Continent. The Dark Continent never stops trying to swallow the Beast continent. In the past, no beast, no matter how powerful, could take human form. But recently, beasts that can shapeshift into humans have appeared in the Beast Forest. They're cunning, cold-blooded, and have no humanity. They can mimic our speech. They're called phantom beasts. There are a few ways to spot them. First, use crystal coins. They come from inside beasts. To some extent, they resonate with each other. Just channel your energy into the coin. If there's a beast or phantom beast nearby, it'll vibrate and glow. The second method is the exorcism spell. The instructor then handed out the spell to the examinees. Su Yan asked Xiao Mei in her mind, Can you spot phantom beasts? No problem. Xiao Mei answered with total confidence. Su Yan felt relieved. The test instructor continued. This test lasts 10 days. Kill 1 phantom beast to pass. If you don't run into a phantom beast, killing 10 regular beasts works too. Su Yan pulled 10 crystals from her space She whispered to Zhang Xili. How about we skip the phantom beasts? Let's just find a spot and have a baby. Zhang Xili was shocked by her eagerness. Are you in heat? Su Yan was taken aback. She wasn't actually in heat. It was just that, according to Xiaomei, she needed to get pregnant with Zhang Xili's child soon. Otherwise, once he reached the half-spirit realm, she'd have to switch targets. But since he brought it up, Su Yan decided to roll with it. Can you help me out? Zhang Xili's face turned bright red. Let's finish the test first. Su Yan sighed. Guess she couldn't rush things. Host, I have some medicine here. Su Yan was speechless. Someone was even more eager than her. Zhang Xili was having a rough time. He had no idea what to do. Su Yan was clearly in heat. But there was no medicine in the beast forest to suppress a female's heat. Even worse, he actually found her scent incredibly sweet and tempting. He was probably getting triggered by breeding instincts. Su Yan plopped down on a dead tree stump. I'm hungry and thirsty. Zhang Xili opened his pocket dimension. He pulled out a box from inside. The box was packed with all kinds of food. Here for you. Su Yan blinked. Where did you pull that from? Besides wood magic, I also have spatial arcane arts. Su Yan now understood why Xiaomei was so eager for her to win over Zhang Xili. Spatial arcane arts were extremely rare. Su Yan picked up a sweet and sour fruit. She opened the system map. Within 100 meters, aside from some small animals, it was just the two of them. And there was a well-hidden cave to the front left. Hey, Xiaomei, give me the medicine. MMHMM. He was about to break through to the half-spirit realm. Hurry, host. Su Yan took a white pill from her system space. She dropped it into a flask of wine, then handed it to Zhang Xili. You should have a drink too. Once I'm full, we'll go find the phantom beasts. Zhang Xili casually took the flask. Su Yan grabbed another flask for herself. Cheers. Then she downed it in one go. Zhang Xili didn't really want to drink. But seeing she'd finished hers, he reluctantly popped the cork off his flask and took 2 big gulps. Su Yan smiled. You drank it all? I finished it. You're not gonna say you can't hold your liquor as well as a female, are you? It was such an obvious taunt. Zhang Xili saw right through it. But he still drank the rest. Su Yan told him to pack up the food. Let's go, I think I heard something up ahead to the left. Zhang Xili naturally agreed. The two of them kept walking forward. They soon spotted the hidden cave. Let's check it out. Su Yan walked straight into the cave. Zhang Xili didn't catch the scent of any demon beasts, so there probably wasn't anything in there. Su Yan stayed quiet. She already knew it was just an empty cave. Zhang Xili noticed she wasn't saying anything inside. He could only follow her in. Is something wrong? Su Yan stopped in her tracks. Once he got close to her, she suddenly turned around and wrapped her arms around his waist. Nice waist. I have a feeling this is gonna be exhausting but exciting. The moment she hugged him, Zhang Xili knew why she brought him here. Her heat cycle had arrived. She was afraid he wouldn't agree to help her. So she'd been seducing him step by step. Are you really ready for this? Zhang Xili's voice was unusually low and rough, like the calm before a storm. If you can't handle it, Su Yan had to get one last jab in. But what came next was a storm. For 3 whole days and nights, she didn't leave the cave. On the 5th day, Zhang Xili had to stop. His cultivation suddenly advanced. He broke through from peak heaven rank to the half-spirit realm. He'd thought it would take another 8 or 10 years. He never expected to break through so suddenly. The world around them shifted in an instant. Spiritual energy filled the air everywhere. It rushed eagerly into Zhang Xili's body. He had no choice but to sit cross-legged, close his eyes, and cultivate. Su Yan took the chance to catch some sleep. She woke up again because she was starving. With the help of the pregnancy pill, she successfully conceived. Now the golden marrow pill is taking effect, and the baby's talents are growing. He urged Su Yan to eat. Su Yan rubbed her starving stomach. Hey, I'm hungry. Do you have any rare treasures or anything? Zhang Xili looked over the moment he heard her. He pulled out everything edible from his pocket dimension. Su Yan didn't think it was nearly enough. Go hunt for something. And if you see any rare treasures, bring them back for me. Zhang Xili replied right away. I'm going now. Hey, get some more rest. Zhang Xili teleported away. Su Yan ate everything he left behind. But she was still starving. So she started eating the food in her system space. Soon, that was gone too. Su Yan didn't feel full at all. This golden marrow pill is brutal. She rubbed her aching, empty stomach, with a feeling this pregnancy wouldn't be easy. Probably even harder than the one with Ming Lin Yuan. Just as she was thinking about that pregnancy, she suddenly sensed something new in her system space. It was a tiny chick, bald, featherless, and ripped open. She froze for a long moment. Then it hit her. This was her child. She quickly pulled the little one out of her system space, furious at the sight of its pitiful state. Who dared to hurt my child? Xiaomei quickly activated the system to check. It's the ghost chariot phoenix. Your fifth child, Ming Yujin. I know. I only gave birth to a bird. Su Yan's tears fell as she spoke. She carefully asked the system if the little one was still alive. The life-saving talisman you prepared for your child worked. She's still alive. Her chest was cut open because her innate soul pearl was stolen. What? Su Yan's voice turned sharp. The pain of losing her child made her lose control. Xiaomei paused for a moment before continuing. You can use points to restore your child's stolen innate soul pearl. I want it restored. Su Yan agreed without a second thought. Yes, host? The process will take a full day. The little chick was then wrapped in countless specks of light. Su Yan's heart ached with pain. Ming Lin Yuan, since you can't take care of a child properly, then you don't need to anymore. With that, she put her daughter back into the system space. Su Yan's face was as cold as frost. Xiaomei, I need to know who hurt her. One moment, host. Soon, Xiaomei played a video for Su Yan. A baby bird was curled up on the bed, sleeping. Suddenly, the baby bird woke with a start. It looked toward the door. Its pitch-black eyes were full of wariness. A figure shrouded in a gray hooded cloak, holding a blood-stained black dagger, stepped inside. He grabbed the baby bird. A hoarse voice spoke. The dark rules drew meaning. Incomplete. But it was just born, so it's easy to take. The baby bird sensed the threat to its life. It opened its mouth and spat out a fireball, chirping frantically. The gray-cloaked man stared at the baby bird in surprise. It even has fire talent. Ming Lin Yuan, oh Ming Lin Yuan. Not only did you have a child, but their talent is this impressive. Too bad they're destined to become the princess's stepping stone. He then sliced open the baby bird's chest and plucked out a glowing, shining bead from inside. Su Yan's heart ached just watching this. Xiaomei, can you find out who this guy is? He's a hybrid of a demon beast and a beastman. In modern terms, he's also called a phantom beast. Su Yan understood. No wonder he had demon beast energy but could still take human form. Can you find out his identity? I want to teleport to him and kill him myself. He's the left envoy of the third demon king of the dark continent, Mojali. Host, you're pregnant now. So cross-continent teleportation isn't possible for the time being. Damn it. What about my daughter's talent soul bead? Can we get it back? The host already spent points. And Tongshan copied a talent soul bead for the child. The original talent soul bead can also be retrieved. Once the two beads merge, the dark rule will be complete. Just then, Zhang Xili returned. Seeing Su Yan's terrible expression, his heart skipped a beat. Su Yan, what's wrong? I want to kill phantom beasts. Since she couldn't go to the dark continent for now, she'd kill phantom beasts instead. Wipe them all out. Zhang Xili thought Su Yan was worried about the test. I already handled it. He pulled a gray crystal core from his dimensional space, then took out a big chunk of cleaned venison and handed it to Su Yan. Su Yan finished it quickly. Do you have any rare treasures? Zhang Xili was shocked by her appetite. He paused for a moment before answering. Yes, I do. I found 1,000-year ginseng and 2 9-petal lotuses. Su Yan told him to put them down and urged him to keep hunting. Zhang Xili was a little worried. He didn't know if this was normal for Su Yan, so he decided to go back to the academy and ask Old Man Zhang. Anyway, the teleportation array wouldn't take much time. Meanwhile, Su Yan was eating the 1,000-year ginseng like a carrot. She also devoured the 2 9-petal lotuses. Only then did she feel about 80% full. Now she was going to avenge her daughter. Xiaomei, I'm going out to kill phantom beasts. You've got to help me. After all, you watched my daughter being born. Xiaomei came through in a big way. Don't worry, host. The system will guarantee your safety. Su Yan opened the system map and left the cave. Soon, a red dot appeared on her map. She zoomed in, and it was a beastman. But normal beastmen should show up as green dots. Xiaomei spoke to Su Yan then. The system will automatically mark phantom beasts for you. Red dots are beasts. Green dots are beastmen. Thanks, Xiaomei. Su Yan was genuinely grateful. Because these things weren't part of the childbirth service. She opened the system shop and searched for weapons. But every weapon was super expensive. A handgun cost 1,500 points. And a grenade was 50 points each. Suddenly, the system shop had a new special deal. An AK-12 with 5,000 rounds of ammo. Only 10 points. Plus a Tang sword for 3 points. Su Yan's eyes lit up. Nice one, Xiao Mei. Su Yan was born during Earth's chaotic era. All college students had to go through formal military training. Guns and blades were required courses. She quickly assembled the AK. With 3 gunshots, the phantom beasts on the map turned into black specks. Su Yan walked up close and used the sharp Tang sword to cut open its chest. She took out a gray crystal core. Xiao Mei, what's this thing for? Carrying a phantom beast's crystal core keeps you from being recognized as a beastman in the Dark Continent. You can also spend it like money on the market. Then I should stock up. Su Yan put away the gray crystal core and kept hunting phantom beasts around Tianyuan Beast Forest. She hunted her way to a cave radiating demonic energy. The system map showed a spatial rift 100 meters below the cave. Beasts were coming out through that rift. She wanted to enter the Dark Continent through it. But Xiao Mei refused. No. This rift is one way. It only goes from the Dark Continent to the Beast World. Going against it would pull you into a space vortex and tear you apart. Su Yan was about to head into the cave to keep hunting when Xiao Mei warned her. Host, get ready to teleport. An unstoppable powerful beast is coming. She was instantly transported to her room at Wanfang Inn. At least it's safe here. Su Yan wanted to keep killing phantom beasts, but her body was already past its limit. She'd taken down plenty of phantom beasts fueled by pure rage. Now that she finally relaxed a little, she didn't even have the strength to lift her arms. She collapsed onto the bed and fell asleep. She slept for a full day and night. When she woke up, she found someone sitting by her bed. It was Zhang Xili. Su Yan looked at him in surprise. Man, what are you doing here? Something happened in the Beast Forest. All the examinees were sent back early. I couldn't find you in the forest, so I went back to the academy. Got your address and came straight over. Just then, hunger hit Su Yan hard. She looked at him helplessly. I want to eat 9-petal lotus. Zhang Xili froze for a second. Then he pulled for 9-petal lotuses out of his pocket dimension. Figured you'd like them. So I gathered a few more in the forest. But these are supposed to be super potent. Are you sure it's okay to eat this many? Su Yan patted her belly. That's exactly why I need them. I'm pregnant, so you're on food duty. Zhang Xili was stunned. Really? Old Zhang had told him Su Yan couldn't have kids. I'm sure. If I weren't pregnant, eating all these rare herbs would have overdosed me by now. Oh, what about the roots? Aren't those even more nutritious? Yes, but the roots are way too intense. Zhang Xili's head was still spinning. He'd been born with heaven-tier talent. So the odds of having a child were basically 0. Man, and now that he'd reached spirit tier, it was even more impossible. Su Yan spoke up again. Go dig up some roots for me. I'm still hungry. Man, Zhang Xili teleported away in a daze. He came back carrying a big, dripping wet bag. Inside were golden 9-petal lotus roots. He asked Su Yan cautiously. Even I can only take 1 bite of this stuff. Are you sure you want to eat it? Zhang Xili was afraid she'd get a stomachache. Su Yan was completely sure. She tossed him a little chick. Man, this is my daughter, Mammon. From now on, she calls you Dad. Su Yan didn't change Ming Yujin's real name. She just gave her the nickname Mammon. Zhang Xili stared at the little chick in his arms. A flash of light passed through his eyes. Then cold sweat broke out on his forehead. Yan. She's a ghost chariot phoenix. And pure-blooded with near heaven-tier talent. And she's female. Where did you even get her? What do you mean, where did I get her? I'm her mother. I carried her for a month and gave birth to her myself. Zhang Xili felt like his brain couldn't keep up. A female who tested as infertile not only claimed she was carrying his child, but also handed him a heaven-tier phoenix daughter for free. Heaven-tier females were practically unheard of. Seeing he still hadn't snapped out of it, Su Yan continued. Of course, you also have the right to refuse. I won't blame you. No, I want to be her dad. But does her real dad agree? Zhang Xili felt a little guilty. The Ghost Chariot Phoenix clan was famous for holding grudges. HMPH, he doesn't have that right anymore. Let's not get into why. Either way, he's not getting this daughter. Custody is mine now. And this one in my belly. If you don't want it, I can raise it on my own. Zhang Xili quickly said. Yes. No matter whose cub you're carrying, I'll take it. Whether it's my own kid or not. Having a kid is a big deal among males. But with his talent, he'd only ever be a cheap dad. It's yours. For days and 3 nights. Dad, you gotta have some faith in yourself. Zhang Xili looked at her with a soft, forgiving gaze. They're all my kids. Su Yan shot him a glance and couldn't be bothered with him. The kids she had might have different fathers, but she'd never mess around. Each kid belongs to their own dad. Zhang Xili gently stroked Manmin's fur. I want to take Manmin to meet my dad. A mouse gave birth to a phoenix. And found her a stepdad too. The stepdad paused for a second. Does her real dad agree? Su Yan snorted coldly. He doesn't have that right anymore. If you refuse, I won't force you. And this one in my belly. If you don't want it, I can raise it on my own. Zhang Xili quickly nodded. Yes, yes, yes. No matter whose cub you're carrying, I want it. Su Yan shot him a glance. Dad, you gotta have some faith in yourself. After 4 days and 3 nights of sowing, it's definitely yours. Su Yan transmigrated to the Beast World continent. She was bound to a childbirth system. Giving birth earns points. To save up 100 million points and return to Earth. She had 3 births and 5 cubs in 4 months. Now she was pregnant with a 6th. Even though Su Yan's kids all had different fathers. But she'd never mess around. Each kid belongs to their own dad. Zhang Xili gently stroked Manmin's soft fur. I'll have my dad take a look. He knows a lot about bird clans. I want his advice on how to raise Manmin. That's when Su Yan realized. Teacher Zhang was actually Zhang Xili's dad. Su Yan rubbed her belly. I wonder if Teacher Zhang will like Manmin. Zhang Xili wasn't worried at all. He'll love her. Meanwhile, old man Zhang was complaining to Principal Zi Yuan. What are we gonna do if that brat enters the spirit realm this fast? The Zhang family line is gonna end with him. Zi Yuan tried to reassure him. Xiao Li's only 20. He's got 600 or 700 years ahead of him. He might still have a kid someday. I want grandkids now. If he could just pop one out, I'd call him dad. Well, you can start calling. Zhang Xili happened to show up at the door. Teacher Zhang's eyes went wide. You ungrateful brat, you pop one out first. Zhang Xili pulled little Manmin out of his pocket. Here, your granddaughter. Old Zhang's eyes nearly bulged out. A ghost carriage phoenix bird. Where'd you get this? Zi Yuan was stunned too. The ghost carriage phoenix clan was notoriously difficult. They might even start a fight over this. Zhang Xili looked at his dad. Manmin is my daughter. Old Zhang was even more shaken. Wait, didn't Su Yan have no fertility? Her female stone didn't even light up during testing. Maybe her body type can't be detected by the stone. I brought Manmin to the academy so you could see her. Ask what to watch out for when raising her. Nothing too special, really. Phoenix birds sleep a lot when they're young. They mostly eat fresh raw meat. And rare fruits that take a long time to grow. They drink clear mountain spring water. Also, phoenix birds have a long growing period. They don't reach adulthood until 100 years old. Purebloods might take 200 to 500 years. Maybe that's why Su Yan handed her to you. She was thinking about that. She's a rat clan member. Their longest lifespan is only around 80 years. Females live even shorter. Maybe not even 50. So she probably couldn't raise Manmin to adulthood, which is why she gave her to you. Zhang Xili suddenly felt a tightness in his chest. Their lives are that short? Old Zhang patted his shoulder. Birth, aging, sickness, and death are all part of life. Just make sure you don't leave yourself with regrets while she's alive. You can bring her home anytime. Zhang Xili brought Manmin back to Wanfang Inn. The little one chirped sweetly when she saw Su Yan. Su Yan couldn't help but frown. I can't understand that either. Then she remembered that Xiao Hao couldn't talk at first either. After taking the beast nurturing pill and advancing to the heaven rank, he could speak. So she asked the system, Xiao Mei, can Manmin use the beast nurturing pill? Yes, host. I recommend pairing it with the true fire pill. It'll help boost her fire-based mastery. Su Yan brought Manmin into the room. When she came out, Manmin had already fallen into a deep sleep. To Zhang Xili, Manmin's sleep looked pretty intense. Because her talent was changing. It seemed like she was about to break through from quasi-heaven rank into true heaven rank. Manmin, what's wrong with her? I fed her something good. Once she wakes up, she'll be able to talk. Su Yan didn't want to tell anyone about the system. A woman should stay mysterious to be more attractive and charming. The written exam day arrived quickly. Su Yan crammed by flipping through her study books at the last minute. Zhang Xili couldn't take it anymore. Stop studying, you're just going through the motions. The academy already accepted you. Su Yan was surprised. I didn't know that. Zhang Xili smiled. I handled your enrollment paperwork. Su Yan tossed the book right back at him. Why didn't you say so earlier? My eyes are fried. When the exam started, she realized she didn't even need the recommendation. The questions were all common sense and multiple choice. Just fill in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. She breezed through the test and was the first to turn in her paper. After enrolling, Su-Yan wanted to be a day student. But the Divine Beast Academy required all students to live on campus. So they assigned her a dorm room. When Su-Yan got there, she found it old and run down. It even had years-old stains. Someone was clearly trying to mess with her and show her who's boss. But Su-Yan couldn't figure out who. Just then, footsteps approached the dorm door. A young woman appeared. You're Su-Yan? Su-Yan didn't answer her question. Before asking someone else's name, shouldn't you introduce yourself first? The girl looked at Su-Yan with arrogant contempt. You're not worthy of knowing my name. All you need to know is that I'm Silly's fiancé. Stay away from Silly from now on, or your inn won't stay open for long. Su-Yan let out a light laugh. Fiancé? That's just you fooling yourself, isn't it? Zhang Silly never said he had a fiancé, and with Su-Yan, it was clearly his first time. The girl's face flushed red and white with anger. You shameless hussy! With that, she ran off in a breakdown. Then a delicate girl who looked like Lin Daiyu stepped out from the doorway. She knew the ones who looked the most fragile were often the most vicious. Hi, I'm Su-Yan. Dongfeng Yan. The one who just left was Silly's cousin, Wen Yixin. So, did you seduce Silly with your body? Looks like Su-Yan just walked into a nest of Zhang Silly fangirls. Su-Yan looked at her with a half smile. Can't rule out the body. With that, Su-Yan walked to the window, feeling the fresh breeze blow in her face. At the same time, she opened the system map. Behind her, she saw a vicious glint flash in Dongfeng Yan's eyes. As Dongfeng Yan slowly approached her, just as Dongfeng Yan reached out to push her, Su-Yan casually stepped aside at just the right moment. Dongfeng Yan couldn't believe she'd missed. She lost her balance and tumbled out the window. Su-Yan looked at the unconscious Dongfeng Yan on the map. Be thankful there's a grassy terrace below my window. Otherwise, you'd have just ended your own life. Her expression suddenly shifted. On Su-Yan's system map, a spatial rift tore open quickly, right on the terrace where Dongfeng Yan had fallen. A phantom beast emerged from the rift. It grabbed the unconscious Dongfeng Yan and started heading back in. Su-Yan leaped down from the window, taking someone without even saying hello? The phantom beast stared at Su-Yan expressionlessly. You have no fertility. Su-Yan was startled. How can you tell? The phantom beast's hands suddenly turned into two. Fine blades slashed at Su-Yan. Su-Yan drew her tang saber and blocked the strikes. With her other hand, she opened fire on the phantom beast. The phantom beast's body suddenly hardened, deflecting the bullets. Just then, the system Xiaomei warned her. Warning, host, teleport now. Su-Yan knew she was dealing with something serious. She grabbed the unconscious Dongfeng Yan and teleported away. Right after Su-Yan left, Zhang Silly arrived. He'd heard Su-Yan's gunfire and teleported straight from the exam hall. The phantom beast saw Zhang Silly and immediately chose to flee through the rift. But Zhang Silly, who mastered spatial arts, froze the rift solid. With one strike, he killed the phantom beast. Then he stepped into the rift to check things out. Zhang Silly wasn't too worried about Su-Yan, because he knew she had many secrets. But since there was a two-way rift here, he figured he'd investigate it now and end the threat for good. Su-Yan teleported back to the inn. She handed Dongfeng Yan to Bai Cakesin and told him to take her home. I just didn't want to leave her with that phantom beast. I'm not looking for trouble. After Bai Cakesin left, Su-Yan sat in the inn's lobby going over the books. Suddenly, she sensed that Mammon in her system space had woken up. That little one sure digested the beast-raising pill fast. She let Mammon out of the system space. In just half a day, Mammon had grown a whole size. A golden crest had sprouted on top of her head. Su-Yan looked at that little crest and couldn't help but laugh. You look so goofy. Chirp. Mammon called out first. Then asked in a baby voice, what did Mama say? Su-Yan heard her speak and knew. The pill had successfully boosted her abilities. She smoothed down the golden tuft on Mammon's head. Nothing much. Mama's just happy you can talk. Mammon gently pecked Su-Yan's finger. Mama. Where's Papa? Your Papa? He's off taking down the bad guys. Su-Yan figured that when she fired at the phantom beast, Zhang Silly must have heard the noise. With his speed, he'd be here soon. Mammon asked innocently, what's a bad guy? The phantom beast, Su-Yan said, cradling Mammon lovingly. Mama's little treasure. Anyone who dares mess with you has to pay the price. A painful one. Suddenly, a hoarse male voice rang out from the doorway. Then what price do you pay for losing your daughter? The man stood there, eyes full of regret, no telling how long he'd been listening. In 4 months, the woman had 3 litters and 5 cubs. There was a black panther, a rabbit, and a phoenix. But each one was taken by their own father. Because that was the tradition of the beast world. Females only gave birth, they didn't raise the young. But Su Yan still couldn't let go. She bought accident insurance for every cub. If they ever died, they'd be revived in the system space. It was supposed to be just a safety net. She never thought it would actually come in handy. Little Five was brutally killed and reborn in the system space. Su Yan was heartbroken seeing the footage of her death. Since Ming Lin Yuan couldn't protect his daughter, he didn't deserve to raise Little Five anymore. She gave Little Five the nickname Mammon and decided to raise her herself. But today, Ming Lin Yuan actually showed up at her door. Seeing him, Su Yan quickly tucked Mammon into the system space, picked up the registration book on the table and asked, "Need a room?" Ming Lin Yuan was totally confused. "You were supposed to be dead. How are you alive again? And what's the deal with this daughter? I heard rat clans have females with double wombs. Did you have 2 kids at different times?" The barrage of questions made her head spin. She looked up and studied the young man in front of her. He didn't look great. His bloodshot eyes suggested he hadn't slept in a while. Su Yan answered coldly, "Sorry, we're full." Then she shut the registration book with a chill. Bai Kixin came back and saw a down and out man standing at the door. He figured the guy was here to apply for a job. The help wanted sign he'd put up yesterday had probably blown away somewhere. Bai Kixin asked him, "What can you do?" Ming Lin Yuan hesitated, then replied, "I can cook." "Awesome. Auron's been needing a head chef. Come with me." Bai Kixin immediately led Ming Lin Yuan inside. Su Yan had already gone to the small building in the back to rest. Being pregnant, she got tired easily. Plus, seeing Ming Lin Yuan put her in a terrible mood. They'd been so close once. How could she pretend nothing happened? Host is experiencing abnormal emotional fluctuations, initiating emotional cache wipe. Xiaomei issued an absolute command that couldn't be refused. Soon, her mind settled back down. The next day, after finishing the last piece of 9-petal lotus root, she decided to head to Tianyuan Beast Forest to find some rare herbs herself. Just then, Bai Kixin came over carrying food. "Sister Su, the new cook's food is really good. Want to try some?" Su Yan waved her hand to decline. "No need, I'm heading out, the inn's in your hands." "Got it. Don't worry, Sister Su." Seeing Bai Kixin come back carrying food, Ming Lin Yuan's heart tightened. "What's wrong, not good?" No. Sister Su just hasn't had much appetite lately." Ming Lin Yuan's face suddenly changed. He hurried toward the back courtyard. Mammon was flapping her fluffy little wings, wobbling as she flew in the air. Su Yan nodded with satisfaction. "Yeah, that's it. Just like that. Mammon, you're flying great. You're a wind bird, someday you'll rule the skies. You can't let outsiders invade your territory. So you need to start practicing flying early." "Got it, Mom." Mammon flapped her little wings with all her might. Watching from afar, Ming Lin Yuan's heart ached. Her feathers aren't even fully grown and she's already flying this hard. But he didn't dare get closer, afraid Su Yan would find him and kick him out again. Mammon looked toward Ming Lin Yuan's direction. Su Yan followed her gaze, but saw nothing. Mammon tilted her little head. "He's gone." Su Yan figured it was just a guest at the inn and didn't think much of it. "Okay, that's enough practice for today. Time to head to the academy." She used the academy's teleportation array to reach Tianyuan Beast Forest. The system map couldn't identify rare herbs either, so she had to rely on her own eyes. She suddenly stopped in her tracks, because a stranger had appeared on the map. After confirming it wasn't an illusion beast, Su Yan walked over to him. Ming Lin Yuan used the Ghost Cart Phoenix clan's ability to change his form. Only those with higher talent than him could see his true form. This time, he transformed into a very ordinary beastman. Su Yan went up to talk to him. "I was wondering, do you know about the 9-petal lotus? What do you want it for?" Ming Lin Yuan naturally knew what the 9-petal lotus was. Well, Su Yan lied, saying someone at home needed it to recover their health. "Do you know where it is?" She pulled out 2 low-grade spirit coins. But Ming Lin Yuan didn't take them. "I can take you there. It's a bit far from here." "That's fine, I came here looking for it. No matter how far, it's okay." Ming Lin Yuan was now sure Su Yan was pregnant again. He glanced at Mammon on her shoulder. That little phoenix bird looked exactly like little Zhen Zhen. Manmin looked back at him with confusion in her eyes. Dad, why did your face change again? Su Yan heard Manmin's words and looked at him. Ming Linyuan was shocked. She can talk? Stop pretending. Su Yan knew kids didn't lie. Ming Linyuan froze. Yan, I'm sorry. You didn't wrong me. You wronged Manmin. Manmin is Ming Yujin. Ming Linyuan froze. If you refuse, I won't force you. What did you say? Manmin is little Zhen. His eyes on Manmin were full of regret but also a hint of relief. How did she end up with you? I have my ways. Why did you leave a freshly hatched Manmin alone in that room? Do you have any idea what she went through? Ming Linyuan hated himself too. I suddenly broke through to the spirit realm back then. He'd rather stay at heaven rank forever than lose his daughter. Su Yan was a little surprised. You entered the spirit realm too? Why does everyone I get close to level up? Wait, Zulu didn't. Thinking of Zulu, a dull ache pulsed through her heart. Ming Linyuan was consumed by guilt. I'd rather never advance again. Su Yan felt a pang of sympathy. But she still told him. You really did lose Manmin. Xiaomei showed him the video. Sharing memories with others costs 100 points. Anything not directly related to the kid is way overpriced. But this was something he deserved to know. Ming Linyuan's mind was flooded with memories he could never forget. It was the scene of little Zhen being brutally killed. After the memory played, he transformed. His disguise fell away, revealing silver hair and a phoenix crown. His tall, powerful frame towered nearly to heads over Su Yan. Ming Linyuan wanted to tear Jia Lai apart. He must have known you were advancing. So he snuck into the Phoenix Palace and stole Manmin's talent soul bead. Ming Linyuan hung his head, drowning in shame. I will get Manmin's talent soul bead back. Manmin flew onto his shoulder. Don't cry, father. Su Yan stared at him in shock. He was actually crying. Suddenly, a wisp of gray-black mist rose from Ming Linyuan's body. But it quickly faded away. He handed Manmin to Su Yan. Protect her. I'm no longer worthy of raising her. Then his gaze fell on Su Yan's belly. One last question. Whose child are you carrying? I paused for a moment before answering. I only have one womb. The child is Zongxili's. Zongxili is the youngest spirit realm cultivator in the beast world right now. Looks like he advanced after you did. Our Yan really brings good fortune to her men. Ming Linyuan looked at me deeply. If I don't come back, let Manmin inherit the Gish Phoenix clan. Su Yan frowned. What are you planning to do? Tell me, don't do anything stupid. Manmin flew back onto Ming Linyuan's shoulder. Daddy, find yummy food for me and Mom. Ming Linyuan's eyes were filled with the gentlest love. Daddy will find you both plenty of food. His love for Manmin was unmatched. What happened to Manmin before? He couldn't really be blamed. Advancing is a heavenly fate you can't control. Avenge Manmin and get back her innate soul pearl. And I'll give you custody. Ming Linyuan's body suddenly trembled. What did you say? Good news doesn't get repeated. Now get out of here. I might change my mind in a minute. Ming Linyuan watched Su Yan's retreating figure. A faint, deep smile crossed his handsome face. He gradually faded away. Su Yan continued searching for rare treasures with Manmin. After half a day, they hadn't found a single thing. Then it hit her she could just buy them, why search herself? She was about to leave with Manmin. Ming Linyuan appeared again. He brought a white fish that weighed at least 50 pounds, along with a 9-petal lotus and its root. I made a trip to the North-South Trading Company. Starting tomorrow, they'll deliver spirit materials to the Wanfang Inn. You and the kid won't have to risk going out anymore. The North-South Trading Company is mine. If you need anything, just tell them. Su Yan was surprised. She never thought Manmin would be a rich kid. Ming Linyuan hugged Su Yan. Memories of being with him flooded back. Even though he was disguised as the fake Zulu back then, she could still feel his sincerity toward her. Su Yan muttered to herself, maybe she could have another bird sometime. Ming Linyuan immediately let go of her. Really? I said maybe, thinking about how after the birth system upgrades, she'd have a bunch of Spear Trank kids to raise. With a ready-made male around, why bother looking elsewhere? After eating their fill, both she and Manmin fell asleep. Ming Linyuan took them back to the inn. He looked at Manmin with a pained expression. I'll get your things back and avenge you soon. Third Demon King, Kai Mingsha. You forgot half my blood comes from the Dark Continent. As he spoke, a spatial rift opened behind him. The next day, the trading company's president, Liu Hui, showed up early, with several boxes at the inn. Looking at all kinds of rare treasures in the boxes, she couldn't help but drool. Thanks for the trouble, President Liu. How many crystal coins for all this? No need, the master told me to bring these. This is what we have in stock right now. We'll ramp up purchases and deliver more every day. I looked at Mammon, who was practically drooling. Alright. That works. Should be enough to feed your little princess. The moment Mammon heard that, she pounced over. She grabbed a snow-white silkworm, chewed it up and swallowed it down. Then she grabbed the next one. Before long, she'd finished the whole box of ancient ice silkworms. Liu Hui was stunned. Those were ancient ice silkworms. Won't she get a stomachache from eating so many? It's fine, if she can eat them, no problem. Mama, put all this stuff away. Mammon flapped her little wings, looking a bit greedy. Liu Hui was even more shocked to hear Mammon speak like a person. A celestial beast. Wait, Miss Su just said this is our young mistress? She's Ming Lin Yuan's own daughter. Liu Hui suddenly got excited. Oh my god, this is amazing. I need to write to the old chief. I have to tell her this great news. Go right ahead. Oh, and if you get any good stuff, send it over. I'm totally fine paying with crystal coins too. No, you don't have to pay for anything. With that, Liu Hui hurried off with her people. Bai Keixin was a little confused. Sister Su, President Liu is really polite to you. Su Yan smiled. She glanced at Mammon hopping around on the crates. Of course she's polite. She's President Liu's little mistress. Mammon suddenly spat out a fireball. It hit a crate and turned it to ash. Who knows what was in there? The little one actually felt guilty about it. Mom, I just can't control myself. I comforted Mammon, telling her it was fine. It's not like we lost a whole meal. Bai Keixin came over holding a booklet. That crate might have had a Cerberus egg in it. Cerberus is a rare and valuable guard beast. When it grows up, it sprouts 3 pairs of wings and can fly. I quickly looked at the pile of ash. That fireball cost us big time. Suddenly, the ash moved. A 3-headed puppy with singed fur jumped out of the ashes. Woof. Woof woof woof. 3 heads, 3 different barks. Manman curiously flew over to the Cerberus, landed on its back and sniffed it. It smelled like barbecue. I was speechless. Soon, the Cerberus became Mammon's mount. She'd squat on its back and run around everywhere. Su Yan saw that one liked riding, and the other liked running, so she let it go. That day, Zhang Xili came back. He already had a young, lean build, but now he'd lost even more weight. Yan. I ran into someone on the Dark Continent. You went to the Dark Continent? Su Yan thought he'd been hunting phantom beasts. Zhang Xili nodded. I went to the Dark Continent to investigate the space rifts. Find anything? Zhang Xili looked at my belly. The Dark Continent is capturing females from the beast world, especially ones with high fertility. They're using them to breed phantom beasts. A fertility demon god suddenly appeared on the Dark Continent. Any female who mates with it gets pregnant, and each pregnancy has at least 10 offspring. Some have over 100. The fertility demon god. Su Yan was stunned. Suddenly, Xiao Mei's voice rang out. Mistress, we need to get to the Dark Continent.